lights and city dreams so bright. Heartbeats racing every day and every night. In the mirror I see fire in my eyes. I'll conquer every mountain, I'll reach the skies. Leather jackets, street lights shining down, dancing shadows as the music spins around. High heels clicking, power in every step. I won't be stopping till there's nothing left. I have no fear, I'm living in the thrill, riding every wave and climbing every hill. Stars above are calling, I'm ready to ignite. Nothing in this world can dim my inner light. Electric whispers, secrets in the air. A journey full of wonder, living with no care. City rhythms pulse beneath my feet. I stride with confidence to every beat. Cerulean skies and dreams that never end. I'll be fierce every moment, I'll transcend. With a rhythm loud enough to break the chain. I'll rise above it all, I'll bear no pain. I have no fear, I'm living in the thrill, riding every wave and climbing every hill. Stars above are calling, I'm ready to ignite. Nothing in this world can dim my inner light.
Oh, I wasn't going to do that way. I was going to do it that way. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. I hope this works better this time. There you go. That was better this time. Second attempt. Hopefully we will stay live this time and it won't all get messed up like it just did. So anybody who's watching the other stream will realize everything just absolute nightmare. But I'm back. But this is the thing, when you do live, whenever you do anything live, look, whenever you do anything live, things get messed up. You get problems. But anyway, I'm here. And so I'm sorry that my Wi-Fi decided to cut me off. I don't even think it was my Wi-Fi. I think it was something to do with the camera or something. Hi, Rachel. How's you, honey? Well, I'm really good. Alisa? Lisa, is it? Yeah, thank you. I'm really good. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I hope that everybody else who was here before can get back in because we were live. I went live about 7:15 or something like that at UK time, about 7:15. And then, yeah, my something happened with the Wi-Fi and the whole. I couldn't see anything. Like it looked like I was offline. I don't know if I was or if you could still hear me. But now I'm back. So anyway, look, it's normal. Luckily, I'm getting used to doing these live shows. So when I have a problem, I either just say, okay, stuff the stream, just cut it off, start again, which is what I had to do tonight. Or sometimes I can just fix the camera. But Yeah, whatever. This is part of doing live shows. Anyway, we can start off where we were before. So before I got cut off by the internet, I was just talking about the show. I think I was mainly discussing about the Discord and things like that. But let's talk about the video I started off with. Did you see the video at the beginning of the show? Yeah, what do you think? Probably not a lot. I seem to be the only one that's interested in that. Yeah. So I basically did that song through a program that I've got, made the song, and then I made the video after what I didn't make the video. I basically had to use an existing dance video that I had, and I edited it to do what you saw. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I like doing the music side of things, though I don't think anyone else is interested because no one seems to watch it. But I don't care. It's my channel, so I'm going to put it on, and I like it. So there you go. You're going to have to get used to it because Rachel likes music, and I like that. Good intro. Thank you, Elisa. Well, it's going to get better as well because I'm going to have more music like that in the future. I mean, I won't. Look, don't worry. I'm not going to make my channel just this, but just occasionally I like to put things in like that. I think it's a good song. It's a really good song. I'm the only one that seems to like it, though. But, well, and Elisa. But anyway, you know. So if you're new here, if this is the first time you've seen any of my videos, my live videos, I do these quite often now. I enjoy doing them. I wouldn't do them if I didn't enjoy them. I enjoy doing them, so here I am. What else can I tell you? Yeah, well, lots of things to tell you actually. Before I'm trying to remember what I was talking about before I had to go offline. So what I was talking about before I had to kind of cancel the show was yeah, it feels like forever since I was last last went live. I was here. I did a live show on Tuesday because I normally do Tuesdays. So there's paper here. I normally do like live shows on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No, yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I do actually, don't I? Remember what I do now. Yeah, so I'm live quite often actually on this channel. But the thing is, I don't know. It just seems like forever. I don't know why. I guess yesterday was I kind of say like Monday and Wednesday are like my days off from YouTube, which is a bit weird thing to say, but they're kind of the days where I don't really do YouTube on Mondays and Wednesdays, but I'm always doing something on YouTube all the other days. And so yesterday was like a day where I don't do YouTube. However, I was recording a video which I put out today, which is the if you haven't seen it, actually, where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, trans people are losing their human rights. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. That's been I put it out today. It's getting quite a few views at the moment. So yeah, please keep checking it out. It's worth checking because it's quite important. It's what's happening here in the UK right now, and I wanted to share that with everybody. Basically, one of the channel supporters here, Kirsty, she directed me to some new news articles about there was a human rights counselor from Europe and Michael O'Flynn, and yeah, so that's who I was writing about in the video. But if you watch the video, it explains everything in the video. I spent a lot of time on it yesterday. I had to record it all up. I wrote the script all in one day. So it was a big job for me. But so I wasn't really not doing anything yesterday. I was busy. But yeah, so check that out because it's worth checking out. Oh, hello, Laurie. Yeah, I got your message in the last stream, but unfortunately, my stream decided to cancel on me. Well, my internet did. Congratulations on 11K subscribers. Yes, you've reminded me of something because I was going to say this in my last show. I have got 11,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing, to be honest with you. I mean, I can't believe that I haven't been talking about this more, but now Laurie's pointed me to it. I am going to talk about it. I'm very happy about it, to be honest with you. It's recently I hit 10,000 subs on YouTube, and I kind of did my first live stream in a long time about it, and you know, and now we're at 11,000. It seems like it's going up quicker than ever. It's actually going fast. It's starting to go faster. The subscription rate, which is amazing. So I'm kind of thinking, it won't be long before we get to hopefully we'll get the 20,000. I want to see. I don't know if it's worth you looking at this, but you can see. Let me show you. Maybe I can share the screen. Yeah, you can share the screen. Are you seeing that? Bear with me 1 minute. I gotta see. Can't see this screen, so I don't know if you can see it or not. Why have I got so many pages open? No, you can't see it. Ta-da! So there, yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Crazy days. Up to 11,000. So yeah, that's going up quick. Thanks, Laurie, for reminding me of that, and thanks for being here. Oh, hello, Franny. Nice to see you here tonight. I'm sorry about the last stream. I kind of disappeared, but I'm back now. Hopefully, this one will go pretty well tonight. But yeah, we're on 11,043. It was 45 earlier on, so 2 people have unsubbed since recently. It happens. It goes down, goes up, but luckily overall it goes up. So as long as the line goes up, I'm happy. But yeah, no, I mean, it is important. I mean, look at when you do YouTube, subscribers. It's an amazing thing, and don't get me wrong. I mean, to even think that I've got 11,000 people have actually said they're going to subscribe to this channel over the lifetime I've been doing this is, I think anyone, you just feel happy about it. Of course, it's not like some of the bigger channels that have got like 50,000, 100,000, even people hitting 1 million subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. But just to have, I mean, I think even when I first got my first 100 subscribers, for me, it was an amazing thing. And I think it shows anybody who's interested in doing YouTube and wants to share, likes making videos, likes doing, doing whatever you want, really, because YouTube, you can do what you like, really, in reason. Obviously, you can't do what you like, but I mean, if you want to blog or if you want to just do like talks, like mainly what I do, I like to do conversations and talk about the news and talk about what's going on in the world. You can do it. I mean, it gives a great platform. So I won't ever knock YouTube. The only thing I'll say about YouTube is it likes to take a big cut, though. Once you get monetized, look, I can't deny it. Look, I'm monetized, so I do make money from YouTube. But the reality is, like, you get this kind of thing, like you get some money from YouTube, and you're pleased with, oh, I'm getting paid, great. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute, so that's how much I could have earned, but you took all that. So they love to take a big cut. And then you think, well, if I could get the full amount of what I would have earned from ad revenue, I could maybe get close to doing this full time. I could actually probably do this as my main job. But because you take that cut, it's like, So I don't know. There could be a better way of doing it, but I guess they want to. That's what they do. But which brings me on to something I'm going to talk about now. So if you're new to this show, what I do is I normally during the week, normally like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we kind of watch some videos, we chat, we just have a chill out time. If you want to ask me questions, feel free to do so. And then the rest of the week's a little bit different. On the Friday and Saturday, we do something similar, but then now I've got a thing called the Movie Club, which is on Friday nights. So tomorrow night, we'll be doing Movie Club. Anybody who's actually a community member at the moment, we're doing tomorrow. I'm thinking about doing the Crying Game. I might do the Crying Game. So if you know that film, we might be watching the Crying Game. So if you're interested in that, you need to become a community member to join, to be part of that. So yeah, so I'm thinking about doing the Crying Game. Let's see if that happens. I'm not 100%. If it works out tomorrow that I can do it, then we're doing it. If not, well, we'll pick something else. But I think it could be the Crying Game. And then on Saturday, we do YouTube Watch, which is we take a video on YouTube that's probably a long video, and we watch it and we talk about it. So if you want to be part of all that, yeah, you'd have to become a community member. So God, there's so much things I have to explain to everybody, but let me just try and sum it up. So basically, what we do in this show if you want to make a donation, you can make donations by super chat. But like I just said, YouTube, normally you're paying YouTube if you want to do it. So if you want to give YouTube money, that's fine. Use super chat. But if you want to help my channel, help me support the channel and all the work I do, the best way to do it is to send donations via Buy Me a Coffee, which I'm going to put the link in the chat box now. And so every time we get a donation on this show, I will spin the wheels. We have a wheel that we spin, and we'll watch a video. And if we get up to £25, which is the goal for the show, and you can pay in any currency. If you're in America, it works the same way. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be in pound coins. It don't have to be in English money. It can be in American money. It can be in Australian money. It can be in whatever country you're from. We will spin the wheel and we watch videos. So if you want to send a donation, I mean, you can see the support me at Buy Me a Coffee. I've just put it in the chat box, the link. Just go to that to that link, and you can make a donation, whatever you want to send. You know, if you want to send £1, $1, fine. We'll spin the wheel, and by the end of the show, if we get up to that £25 mark, we can, you know. Oh well, if we get up to it, I will tell you something about myself. I've been saying a secret, but it's not really a secret. I just will tell you something about myself. So if we do get to that, I will share something with you. Okay, that's just something we do in every show. Sometimes we get there. Sometimes we get up to the £25 mark. Sometimes we don't. But we have some fun on the way up there. And to be honest with you, even if we only get like £10, it's something, and it does support the channel. So it means a lot to me. So if you can support the channel, please do. And then I was talking before about the different things that I do. Yes, if you want to become a channel supporter, it's just £1 per month, only £1. You get 4 live shows, because every Sunday we do a private show that's just for channel supporters. So if you put £1 down, you'll get access to that. So you can join that by any of the I don't know if I've got the link here. Oh, I do have the link. I'll put it in the chat, but it's underneath this video, and it's also going to be in the chat box as well. So just look at the live chat and you can see it. But if not, you can just look under the video because it's in there. And that's the becoming a channel member. You can become a channel member. It's just £1 for the month, and then you'll get every Sunday show. And then the other thing I was going to tell you is we do have community members now, which is on YouTube, it's £5. But if you go to Buy Me a Coffee, you can join that way as well. And it's £4 on Buy Me a Coffee. Or you can also, if you have Patreon, there's a link below this video. You can also join via Patreon, which is $5. So it's up to you which way is best for you. But if you join that, you will become a community member and you will get access to the movie club, which tomorrow I believe it's going to be The Crying Game we're going to watch. And if you join, you also get YouTube Watch on the Saturday. So you get, 2 live shows a week, movie club and YouTube Watch. So, there's plenty of content. And that's what I always give something back. It helps the channel, but you get a lot back as well. And you'll also get access to the private chat in our Discord. So, consider that. Please consider joining. Now, I think I've covered everything there. If you have any more questions, just ask. Because but there you go. Now I think I've let you all know. And I know there's people here watching on Facebook. There's people here maybe watching on Twitch. I do put the videos on Twitch. So wherever you are, it's fine to watch there. All the links are in the chat. So just go to the chat box and you'll be able to find the links and be able to join up. So I was hoping more people would be in chat. Feel free to use the chat box to talk, because I mean normally in the first half hour to an hour I like to have a chat with people, but it's very quiet tonight. I don't know where everybody is. Maybe everyone's gone to bed or something. I don't know what's happening. Or maybe it's too early. Maybe we're in the States, everybody's at work. I don't know. If you're watching this after the fact, leave a comment and tell me when you were watching it. So if I don't have anyone really to chat to, I'll just rabbit on and talk about whatever I want. because there's lots of things I want to share, but I really sometimes I hate that I've got all these ideas to share things, and I think, well, if I share it now, and then more people come in later on, are they going to miss all that stuff? And I feel like, oh, they'll miss it all. So I hope that doesn't happen. But anyway, what can you do? You know. I guess I'm just gonna go on with the show, and hopefully more people come in later on. So the last video, when I was at the last live stream, I was talking about the possibility that I might be going to Thailand. Not now. It's next year at the moment. That's the plan. I'm planning to do some stuff in Thailand, and I don't know. I'm getting really excited about it. I'm thinking about doing some blogging, as it were. You know, going out on the streets and actually recording stuff. So let me know what you think about that. Um, my trip to Thailand isn't until July. I know it's a long way away, but it's something I've been thinking about. And I wanted to start talking about it to see. I don't know. In one way, I want to gauge what most of you think about it. Um, but I go there quite often, and I'm hoping that next time I go to Thailand, I can do a bit of a live live, but also, just like kind of blogging and then uploading to YouTube on this channel, some of the things I do, because I do get around a lot in Thailand, and I kind of wanted to share that with you all. So it's something I'm thinking about. So if you're interested in that, let me know your opinion. And would you watch that? Would you be interested in watching that? I might as well get some insight from you. Would you watch it? Because I'd like to know what you think about that. Okay, so I think we're pretty quiet tonight. Let's do something. Normally, a good way to get the show started when it's quiet is to either watch a video or it's to watch a video. To be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the wheel first, watch a video, and see if it gets a bit livelier tonight. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to do everything like I planned, and we'll just have to see if people check it out later on. Okay, so let me share the wheel with you all, and then we can take it from there. You might notice as well, if you're new here, that I've got all this Halloween stuff. 31 days of Halloween. I just see October as like the Halloween month, and I was hoping to do more things with Halloween up to the 31st, but I found that finding content and things going on about Halloween was actually quite difficult. There don't seem to be that much stuff that I can find that's interesting enough to talk about. And all the interesting things that I find, I feel like I should keep them till the 31st, because on the 31st, I'm going to be doing a longer show. And so I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I'm going to wait until Halloween, share most of that with you. So if we do cover anything on Halloween today, we do. If we don't, c'est la vie. Okay, Sophie, nice to see you. I've gone off Facebook. I've been pick on Facebook. I was upset me. Oh, I'm gone off Facebook. So you're off Facebook, okay. I've been picked on. Oh, you've been picked on, okay, on Facebook. So I understand now. So you were on Facebook, but people picked on you on Facebook? All right, well, I have heard that Facebook has got worse. I know that Zuckerberg has kind of become more, how can I say, he's more of Trump's, what do you call them? I want to say lapdog, or he follows Trump, doesn't he, a bit now? So I know he's become a bit more. I guess they say it's free speech, but really it's just more pro hate, isn't it? Stay off it then. If Facebook, Sophie, if Facebook isn't working for you, leave it alone. I'll be honest with you. I don't use Facebook now. I used to use it, but I've gone back to it, and there's people on there, and I've been like trying to chat with people. I mean, I am live on Facebook at the moment, but I don't really see Facebook as anything to me. I mean, it doesn't really affect me in any way, so I just don't really bother with it. I wouldn't say anywhere on social media is absolutely perfect, but I mean, I just don't bother with. I mean, X, Facebook, awful places, to be honest with you. So yeah, so I just kind of avoid them. If you're getting picked on there, don't go there. Right. Well, let's spin the wheel first. Watch a video and see if a few more people come in. It's very quiet tonight. Might as well watch the video for now and see how it goes tonight. Okay, a woman in the making. Okay, let's remove that from there then. Yeah, a woman in the making. I know they've watched this one as well. Anyway, I'll come back to that later on. A woman in the making. Okay, so let me find this video, and then I can share it with you all. Just to bear with me while I find it, and then we'll watch a video and we can chat about what the video is about. And like I know, I've always said to people on here, feel free to suggest videos yourself. I've said this. I have a Discord. Go into the Discord. If you have a video you think is worth watching, share that video with me, and then we can watch some videos maybe from that you think is worth watching. I'm always open to other people's ideas. Right now, I just pick my own videos and I just put them on a selection here. But I would be interested in, if people have got some ideas or videos that they're interested in, to watch them. Right, a woman in the making. Where would that be? I've got a selection of videos here that I'm just trying to find. Okay, it's here. Okay, so most of these videos, what I'll normally do is when I choose a video, I'll watch a little bit of the video, and then I'll, if I think it's worth doing, I'll just pick it. So I don't watch the full thing. So every time I watch a video here with you, it's always like the first time I've really properly watched it. Which sometimes that's good and bad, because sometimes you'll get a video and you'll think, wow, that was a good video. And then sometimes you'll get a video and you'll be like, oh, that was the wrong video to choose. But I can't watch every video. I'll be here for hours otherwise. Anyway, so we're going to watch this video. It's called Woman in the Making, and I'm going to talk about it. So let's see what it's about. So all statements in this documentary, how long is this? 30 minutes long. Are the opinions of the individuals expressed and expressions, okay, and not necessarily recognized or supported by professional bodies. Right. Okay. Well, we can go with that. Is it going? Am I? Oh yeah.
For the transgender spectrum. A to Z. Hairy panty wearers at the beginning, post-operative transsexuals at the end, or women, and in the middle you have your transvestites, your cross dressers, and your T-girls. My journey started here and has been fluctuating between the two.
Okay. So just as we get into the video, what do you think about that, just out of interest? I mean, let's just go back a little bit and look at that. A transgender spectrum. So they said hairy panty wearers at one side, transvestites, cross-dressers, T-girls, and then trans woman. Yeah, it's an interesting way of looking at it. I probably wouldn't really, personally, I don't really feel the same way. I don't feel that this is a kind of a spectrum of transgender. I wouldn't class a crossdresser as a transgender anyway. So if you put it as a spectrum, I would say transgender is transgender. So the word is transgender. So that is someone who's transitioned in the sense. Though I don't even agree with it, because I think that being transgender, you are already who you are. You're just visually transitioning. So that's my understanding and my feeling of it anyway. But understanding like this, I just wouldn't put cross dressers and hairy panty wearers under a transgender spectrum. I would say that they're not transgender at all in my eyes. I would agree though that, did my journey start? Well, my journey of my transition started. I already knew that I was a woman. I mean, once I knew what I was thinking in my mind, what my brain was actually telling me, I understood what I was. And I knew that when I first went out, you would probably have classed me as a cross-dresser, because I didn't live full time and I was just dressing at the weekends, but I knew I wanted to be full time. I knew that I wanted to be a woman. So I guess in some senses, I was never really a crossdresser either. So I just don't think that a spectrum really, for me personally, it doesn't relate to what my understanding of being trans is.
My journey started here and has been fluctuating between the
Yeah. Let me just, I got a comment there from Charles. Hello, Charles. This is a big difference between, there is a big difference between cross-dressers, yeah, cross-dressers and trans. Yes, I agree, Charles. I mean, this is why watching these videos sometimes, you have to kind of look at them and think about it. Because if you're just somebody who's looking from the outside in and you're not transgender, you might see that and think, yeah, that makes sense. But I think when you are trans, it's like, well, even though I said, oh, I guess people would visually have seen me as a crossdresser because, well, don't you live like a guy during the week, and then at the weekend you go out to a club, and it's like, well, yeah, because I couldn't transition full time, I couldn't be myself, so I had no other option. I couldn't live full time as a woman at that time. But there is people out there who would say, yes, I'm a crossdresser. I don't want to be a woman. I like being a man, but I like to dress in women's clothes and I like to go out the weekend as a woman. And that is fine. That's a crossdresser. But I wouldn't call them transgender. I'd never say, oh, so you're part of the transgender group. I would say, no, they're crossdressers. I might say that I guess we share some kind of community in the sense we might go, like, I used to go to a lot of events. Like I went to an event, I think I've told you all before, called Sparkles. And when I went to Sparkles, there was a lot of cross-dressing people, cross-dressers there. But I guess we shared that community there. But I was trans, so it wasn't really. But there were trans girls there, but there were cross-dressing girls there as well. So it's like there's some kind of shared thing. I mean, look, I'll give you another example. Where I live in Leeds, there's a thing called Leeds First Friday. So every first Friday of the month, I think they still do it. They have an event where girls, well, I say trans, but I would say cross-dressers, to be fair. Most of them are cross-dressers. Go out and they dress femme, and they go to clubs and bars and meet up and have a girly time. Absolutely fine. But I went there a few times when I first started going out in public, but I don't go there now. And if you ask me why, because I felt the majority was more cross-dressers. I didn't feel like I fit into the group. So for me, I don't really go there that much now. I don't go there at all, actually. Though I might do again one day. I might pop in just to show you lot. I might actually record it, because I told you I want to do some blogging. So I might go out and I might blog it and show you all. Exactly, Rachel. You have become a beautiful woman. P.S. Sorry. Good evening, sweet. It's okay. It's okay, Charles. Just thanks for being here. I'm glad you managed to come here after our failure. We did the first half of this show. The internet busted and I had to cancel everything, but I'm back anyway now. But yeah, thank you for that, Charles. So, and thanks for being here. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Hopefully, I've got a few things planned. Okay, well, let's watch a little bit more of this video. Let's see what else they talk about in this video. Like I said, I've not watched this before, so I don't know what they're going to talk about.
two.
So I just took music off. So, woman in the making.
Just realised there was something different about me when I was old enough to understand that boys didn't wear girls' clothes. I've been dressing since I was 3-4
So this is Rachel. So I'm Rachel and she's Rachel. Okay, I should be able to remember her name.
years old. So I suppose all my life I've known there's been something different about me, and it wasn't really until I was an adult and able to analyse that I could look in depth at whether it was right or wrong, or I was a freak of nature.
Well, I mean, what I can say, well, what Rachel's just said there, what I can say is, growing up, I was kind of the appearance they gave me in media was always the negative side, and I always felt like living as a woman, that I wouldn't be accepted, and that like it was a bad thing. So it is hard when you're growing up, and if you don't have the correct education about being trans and things like that, you can get the impression that who you are is wrong. and that's what I felt growing up. I felt like I was told that it was wrong. So yeah, and that's why you see a lot more trans people do transition later in life, because they go through life thinking, oh, oh no, it's not a good thing, and then they realize, no, I'm trans. I've got to be me.
Have I ever considered full surgery? Yes. Charing Cross and all the bits that are involved in that. When I first came out, as I said, I befriended somebody who was a transsexual. I went to Sparkle with her and I spent the weekend there, and I was happened to be staying in a room full of transsexuals.
Okay, so she said that she went to Sparkles as well. So that's interesting. I was just talking about Sparkles. So maybe there's more English trans women that went to Sparkles than I realized. I mean, I am considering going to Sparkles this year as well. I might, well, shall I say next year, because it's not this year now, 2026. I am considering it. So we'll see how that goes. If I do go, I will be filming it. But yeah, I haven't been for a few years, but I am thinking about going back, just because I think now with the channel, and I think a lot of you out there, I'd like to share some of that with you. So I might even go to Sparkles next year. So yeah, I can show you more in depth. But again, that's not until next summer, so it's a while away.
Then when I was in Sparkle, I met some friends that are from Portsmouth, and it's them that I'm really good friends with now. Going back to me saying about 35 years of thinking that you're a freak and you don't know what you are, and whether you're right or you're wrong, etc., etc., and suddenly you're bombarded with information about what you could be. And going back to the spectrum, it could be a fetish. It could just be about you getting turned on by women's clothes. Look to that. No, that's not the case, because I don't get sexually aroused by women's clothes. It could be that I'm just a cross-dresser, as in I just want to wear women's clothes. But it was more than that, because to me it's about my identity, about who I am. It's more than just clothes and a wig and makeup.
So I mean, like what she just said there, yeah, that makes sense to me. So yeah, if it's your identity, it's who you are, then yeah, I would say you're trans. I mean, the way she just said that, then I was just like, well, the way you're saying that to me, that sounds like a trans person to me. You're saying that you don't get sexually aroused by wearing women's clothes. That's a big point, because if you're sexually aroused by it, that isn't really transgender. I never get sexually aroused by wearing my clothes. So that's one of the things. If you just like wearing clothes, or you like to say pretend for a little bit, I would say it's more cross-dressing. But if you generally just see it as your identity, and that's why you dress and look and present that way, then I would say, yeah, you sound like to me like you're trans.
I looked at, was I transsexual? Did I want to have my bits cut off? And at one point I even went on hormones and T blockers to see if that's what I wanted to do.
I mean, just stopping here again, I got to say about being transgender. Look, for centuries we didn't have surgical elements to be transgender. We didn't have access to hormones. We didn't have surgical procedures that could, as Rachel put here, cut off your bits. But I would say that doesn't make you any more a woman than if you don't do it. And this is the thing that people sometimes, I don't know about in the trans community, because I feel like in trans community this is understandable, but I think in outside the trans community they might not sound, they might not understand as well, because they can't understand. So you're saying a trans woman could have male genitals, and I would say, well, I mean, they'd be female, wouldn't they, technically? As far as that way. But I think, yeah, I honestly think that you don't even need to take hormones, and you can be, you can be female. So I think transgender is, you have it in yourself. The only thing about surgical procedures is you can now appear how you are mentally, the way you feel, the way you identify. You can make your body match how you are. So you see yourself female. You look in the mirror, you can see the woman you are. If you were born, you were assigned male at birth, you can see the woman you are in the mirror. But nobody else can see that, because obviously, visually, you present male. But when you put your makeup on, you grow your hair long, you wear feminine clothes, you look more female. They start saying, "Oh, this is a more it's socially you look feminine." And then, of course, hormones can soften your skin, can give you more the female appearance. Surgery can make you lose, if you have a heavy brow or you have a defined chin, they can soften that and make more feminine. So, of course, surgery can do a lot to make you present the way you are. But I still believe that even if you don't have the surgery, don't have any surgery, don't take any medicine or anything like that, I still think that you can be, because that's who we are. So I don't think you need to have your bits cut off, shall I say. But they have bonicles that can be quite effective. Oh, but do you mean like I think I know what you mean. Do you mean like stuff that's natural products, yeah? Yeah, I mean, you can take natural hormones, of course. I mean, like I said, it's entirely up to the individual. I really believe it's up to the individual. I believe that if you choose to take medicine or you choose to have surgery, that's your choice. But I think that even if you don't have surgery and you just want to, live as female, though you were assigned male at birth, I think that's fine. I really don't think that all this stuff, you know, um, because I mean, let me be honest with you, surgery isn't some simple, easily thing. Look, what surgery have I had? I can be honest with you, right? I'll be honest with everybody here. What surgery have I had? I've had breast surgery. I've had facial surgery. Okay, I've had that. If you said to me, well, that's just minor surgeries, it's not minor surgery. It really affects you quite a lot and is a big thing to do. So I just feel like, any surgery is a major thing. And obviously, if you have surgery lower down, I can't speak about it because I haven't had that surgery. But I know girls on this channel, channel supporters here, who've had that surgery, and maybe they can speak about it in more depth. But it's a pretty big surgery. I don't think it's something you just kind of get it done one day and you're back to work the next day. I think it's quite a serious thing. So, some people might choose not to do that because it's too big a thing for them, or they might just feel that they don't need that to feel any more feminine than what they feel now. I think it's just an option. But anyway, that's why I don't really believe in these spectrum things and stuff. I think it's more like, yes, there is. I do believe gender has a spectrum. I do believe that, but I don't think when it comes to being trans, there's really a spectrum. I think you are or you aren't. I think you can be trans. I think you can be transgender. I don't think it's like, oh well, a cross dresser is like the beginning of a transgender. I don't think that's. I don't think it's the same thing at all to me. That's why I didn't agree with that spectrum at the beginning of the video, because I just don't think it matches the way I see it.
At the end of the day, I just decided that I'm happy to span the gender spectrum, and if I have to wear trousers, I wear trousers. If I want to wear a skirt, I wear a skirt, and so that's where I ended up comfortably sitting where I do, in my opinion, somewhere in the middle. When you
okay, 1 minute. Let me pause.
sit and you
There is something I could say here though that maybe Rachel hasn't thought about. There is a point that where she's saying like sometimes I wear trousers, sometimes. I mean, there is things like we do say like non-gender conforming. You could be non-binary. You could be gender fluid. It could be that you are more fluid with your gender, meaning that sometimes you feel you want to dress more masculine, or sometimes you want to dress more feminine. It depends how you feel. Like I identify as her. My pronouns are her, she, hers, miss, I guess you'd say. That's my own, how I feel. And I don't really present male anytime. I don't feel like I need to. But there might, if you feel like sometimes you're going to wear men's clothes, I guess you could say it could be on a bit more gender fluid, maybe.
you dress in women's clothes, you buy women's clothes, you struggle with your gender identity and you don't know who you are, that's your only reference, is that And so I felt like I was abnormal. It wasn't until the internet came out really that I started to understand about gender identity. Like,
I mean, the internet's been a big thing because I mean, you know, in some ways, I've said before that I feel like the internet, you know, education in schools should be the main thing, and I still believe that we should have education in schools. But I mean, the internet has really been a big change for people for knowledge because, you know, if you can't get it in schools or people don't want to teach about transgender people, you can go into school. So you can go on the internet and you can find everything out. Here we are on the internet today. Anybody can get this video. Anybody can watch this. So I guess we are already available. You know, anyone can see this. So yeah, the internet's changed
back
a
to where
lot.
I am. Probably not 100% comfortable, but I think we have to make compromises at times in our lives. When you've reached 40 and your bone structure's fully formed and you start getting wrinkles and your hair falls out.
Well, I mean, I just sorry, I keep stopping it here, but like, I mean, anybody out there who's like, okay, so wrinkles, you can use Botox, you can have filler, bone structure, you can have facial surgery, change your bone structure, hair's falling out, you can even have your hair repaired. So all those things that she says, you can change, you can change. So, um, don't think that because you're 40 or you're 50 or whatever that you can't change that. You can. The only problem is all those things that I mentioned cost money. So yes, you need to have money to be able to do those things. But can you repair your hair if you've lost it? Yeah, you can have hair again. If you've got a lot of wrinkles, can you get rid of the wrinkles? Of course, it's all available. But you would have to go through surgical procedures to have that repaired. But you can do. So yeah, it's all available. And to be honest with you, it's not people in their 30s and 20s and 30s that should be having facial surgery and things like that. If you want to have surgery, the right time to have it would be in your late 40s, 50s. That would be when you would have it. So, you know, and that's if you choose to do that. But yeah, everything she's talking about can be repaired.
Work that would be required would be so much more expensive. I have a job, and the idea of would I dress full time in my work and stuff like that, it's just so much. So you have to reach a compromise between reality being that I have the body and the face of a middle-aged man.
And you know, and I think that's the thing. Like, I mean, if this Rachel was here with me now and she was talking to me, I would say to her, well, look, why shouldn't you be able to go to work dressed as yourself? Why can't you go like that? So to me, I think she should be able to go to work as she is. I don't think that if she's more comfortable that way, she should be able to do that. She's saying make a compromise. She's saying I have a body and a face of a middle-aged man. Again, I mean, okay, I know it costs money to change those things, but it's possible to get that changed. But I would definitely say you shouldn't feel bad about going to work as yourself. So it's a shame that she's in that situation. But I think many trans people, especially as they get older, feel this way. They feel worried about doing it, and I really think they shouldn't have to. But maybe it's the society we live in, and it's still pushing people in that direction.
I receive a form of abuse, maybe not necessarily intended to be abusive, but that you get stared at, you get commented, even if it's just people pointing you out to other people. And yes, I have received full verbal hostility and physical hostility to the point that I woke up in hospital.
So I mean, again, I'm probably going to just say, I mean, I've said this a lot already on the show. I think you've probably heard if you've watched this show before, but this is a game of education. I mean, so she's saying that she's been beaten up. She's saying that she's been abused, yeah, physically and mentally by, you know, people being criticized and being nasty about her. And that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen in a society, especially a society like this is the UK. This shouldn't happen. Unfortunately, these things still do happen, and yeah, we still. This is why education is so important. This is why we need to make sure people know that it's wrong to do this. A lot of transphobia.
Having been assaulted. Not my pain necessarily, but the pain that I cause other people.
Hey, hello, what's up?
Right.
Yeah, fine, thank you. Where have you been? Long time.
Oh, I know. Always a long time.
Yeah?
What have you got for me today?
Oh, loads of lovely weeks. Sorry?
My phone's ringing. The pain that I cause my wife specifically. The pain in the process of me trying to express who I was and the resistance of that. That's not me saying my wife was resistant to me, but she didn't marry a woman. She married a man, and so it was a very difficult time. And I guess the next pain is my children.
I mean, I can't really speak exactly on this, and I think that it depends on the individual. I mean, when you marry and then you come out as trans to your partner, I guess this is a big thing, right? And I think that whatever situation you're in, it's something that obviously it has to be those individuals and how they deal with it. And I know some partners that, like she just said, her wife didn't marry a woman; she married a man. But the only thing I would say here is that you are the same person. It's the same person that your wife married. Now, I know that's might come across as selfish in some ways, but what I'm trying to say is that hopefully your wife can see that. That's what I'm saying. Though she didn't visually see you as a woman, you were a woman inside, so you're going to be the same person. And even after transition, I mean, this is what I've noticed about myself. I didn't change as a person. I didn't all of a sudden, okay, I look completely different. That was one thing. And I do things that are more, I feel more free to be more open about being a woman. So I enjoy things that maybe as a boy I wouldn't do before. But I'm still the same person. And so, I always hope that when these situations come about where you might be married and you tell your partner, that your partner can realize that really you're not changing as a person, you're just changing how they visually see you, because you're still the same person. You can't change a person. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden once you transition, your favorite color was blue, now it's going to be pink. It's not like that, though. I do have more pink nowadays myself, but my favorite color is blue, so I don't really change. I mean, because I got blue and pink here, haven't I? But I mean, I don't think humans change. I think they still are the same person. I'm the same person I was before. I just visually look more like the way I feel inside. That's the only thing.
I've reached a compromise where I'm Rachel most weekends, dressed as Rachel most weekends, and I'm dressed as Jason most work days during the week. Where does Jason end and Rachel begin? Well, to me, there's no change. I'm always Rachel. I'm always Jason. They're not two different people. It's the same person. Where Jason ends and Rachel begins is what people call me. I have friends that know me as Jason, and they'll call me Jason no matter what clothes I wear. And I have friends that know me as Rachel, and they'll call me Rachel no matter what clothes I wear. It's what they know. It's who I am to the individual, not who I am to myself, because I am the one and the same.
So I kind of answered what I said, because I said that you don't change. You don't change. So you always see yourself as Rachel, even if you dress as Jason, as you said. So even when she presents as Jason, she still is Rachel. So there is no change at the end of the day. So I think that this is the key thing that we got to really think about. You don't change. You don't change. So maybe if, let's say, her wife says, "Look, I don't want you going around as Rachel during the week," but the reality is, she's Rachel. She still is Rachel. I mean, if you can understand that, if you're watching this and you're kind of like, what I'm trying to say here, but what I am saying is, it's the same person. Basically, what your argument is, I don't want you to look that way. That is the argument. The argument that we're really going across at the end of the day is, I know you'd be more happier if you look more female. I know you'd be more happier if you wore a dress. I know you'd be more happier if you were wearing makeup. But at the end of the day, I don't want you to look like that. That is actually what, and people around me, people at my work, oh, we don't want you to look like that way. you see how society is. It's more a stereotypical thing of we don't like how you look. You know, I gave an example about this before, but when I was working before I transitioned, I was working in management and I colored my hair blonde. So my natural hair color is brown, and I colored my hair blonde. And my bosses above me, they said that they wanted me to change my hair back to brown. They didn't want me to have blonde hair. I don't know why. They just didn't like me having blonde hair. And it's about things in society where people tell you they want you to look a certain way, want you to present a certain way. And I personally feel that's wrong. I feel that why should you have to live a certain way? I understand if it's a certain job where you have to present, and for example, if you've got face tattoos, or you have something, I don't know, maybe like you've got your hair loads of different colors and stuff, and the kind of job you're involved in, might deter people from, say, if you're in sales or something like that. I can understand the business being a bit concerned about that. And it just shows you how we live in a society where we are against all these things. But someone living as their authentic self, just in general, I mean, I guess you could say the person with the face tattoos is their authentic self. But I'm just saying that when we say no, you can't, it's kind of like it's like at school where you have to wear a school uniform, and it's like you have to look this way because I don't want you to look any different. I want you to fit into society. That's really what it's all about.
Elvic's a great pub for a number of reasons. A load of my friends go there. The landlady is absolutely great. I have a load of friends that are T-girls, cross-dressers, transsexuals that go there. It's a really enjoyable place. There's great things that go on there, so I can just relax there, and I know that I'm amongst friends and I'm not at risk from other people, and I'm safe, basically.
I've only recently told my family, beginning of the year, January, and they've reacted really well in the main. My close family, which is really good actually. Well, although my brother's known for 16 years, my ex-wife and I told my brother.
Properly, only a few years ago.
I told my family by letters, both my family in Portsmouth and my family at home, because I'm not from Portsmouth originally.
My mum already knew.
I did it in a letter because it meant I could sit down and think about what I wanted to say.
I'm very lucky. I live with a couple of girls, and they've been very supportive, and I've got a hell of a lot of supportive friends around me.
Must have been really lucky.
So, I'll just stop here and say, it's always good to have somewhere you can go, be yourself, be with other people, like-minded people. I did the same thing when I first started to transition. I went to bars and clubs because I wanted to be around people who were like myself, who could understand each other. So I can understand this. I'm all for that. My only thing was I found that the majority of the people were very much in the same mindset as Rachel in this video, where she said kind of like I make a compromise, and I just don't think, for me, there is a compromise. I feel like you either yourself or you live in denial. So I just feel like, I understand what she's saying, but that was my thing about being with certain people in that time. I felt like everybody was saying, well, I have to make a compromise. And I would say, well, how can I make a compromise about myself? I am me. I don't want to live a lie.
And getting a psychiatrist understood that this wasn't an illness. It's just something that you are. What took so long for me to come out, as it were, is that I'd never really hidden anything as such, but it was because of my, basically a professional career. I was a cabaret artist. My male persona was the cabaret artist, and at the time, I was worried that would damage my cabaret career.
I used to think that not telling everybody was the best thing to do, i.e. I was protecting myself and I was protecting everybody around me, my family, my ex-wife, and I was protecting society by not telling everybody. But I actually think the reverse of that now.
So there again, that was
Yeah, I think that's how most people have been told. I think a lot of people, there's still people in the closet who probably think that way. They think that by not saying anything, that's better because society doesn't accept you. But I think, the opposite's wrong. The more visibility, the more trans people that come out, the more acceptance there will be. So I think it's got to be the other way. It's definitely, as and like she said, yeah, then I realized it wasn't that. And I think that's when you get trans people who do come out and be themselves. Because if you hide away from the world, it's just no good. It's not, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to the world.
a relation that confided in me before they even knew that I was like this, that they had these tendencies.
A lot of the friends I know tend to sort of keep themselves locked away.
I didn't immediately turn around and say, oh, same with me, I'm the same. I was back in my cabaret days. I played it down and was just very, very sympathetic to them.
And that's sort of pushed me further to make sure I actually come out. Because I don't want to get to an old age and then still be locked up at home, dressing at home. I don't think that's right.
What gave me the confidence to admit to myself? That's a really tough question. I think for me, it's been seeing my friends move on in their life, and that knowing that somehow you can't, that your life's hit the buffers. And for me, it was a case of, do I want to carry on being unhappy, or do I want to try and change that? Yeah, it's quite scary, but in the end, sometimes you've just got to get on with it, and by doing things, that gives you the confidence.
Again, I think that the big thing that gave me the confidence was actually putting myself on Facebook and saying, well, look, here I am.
The confidence I got.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know I was being a bit bitchy about Facebook earlier on, but it probably was one of the first places I actually ended up kind of showing myself. I think back in the day, I had a Facebook account that was for myself, for Rachel. So I guess in some ways, yes, I used to use that as well. So yeah, I mean, and social media is quite a good way because, you know, you can have a social media account which is under your name, is who you are. So I think sometimes it does work that way. It's kind of be a good way to come out. Definitely the internet is probably the first place you should really consider like coming to kind of come out. I think it's a good place to start.
To do it, I think I've always had.
Obviously, I've got my normal profile on Facebook, and by putting my alias profile up there, my alter ego profile up there, it's slowly helped me come out.
What advice would I give to someone going through the same as me is, been asked this a few times, and I really think that it's deciding when or if to come out into the open is very much an individual thing.
The earlier you can find the right support groups in place and openly talk to someone you know you can trust, that's imperative, and do it as quickly as you can.
The best thing that you can possibly do is just bite the bullet and do it, because you find that a lot more people are accepting than you ever imagined would be.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it has to be the individual, even though I would say come out as soon as you possibly can. You know, I think there's no point lying to the world about who you are. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, you've got to do it at your own pace as well. You've got to feel comfortable at your own pace. But you will find that a lot of people, you would be surprised, are very supportive. And so, I mean, I found that all the people I thought might be against about me, I was totally wrong. And I could have come out years earlier if I'd have realised.
There were times when I struggled a lot when I was younger about my gender, but there wasn't the support networks in place then, and certainly wasn't. I'm going to mention the internet because it's fantastic nowadays, and that wasn't there then, and I didn't have the information about where I fitted into society.
Yeah, that was it. You know, the internet didn't exist, 30 years ago? So, I mean, you know, yeah, I think it was like we started getting in the 80s, early 90s, and then people started having home computers by the millennium. So I think you know, it's understandable that before that point there were just so many people who just didn't have the information. The internet's changed the world because we can get that information now. So yeah, I mean, it's a positive anyway. You can do so much with the internet anyway now. It's about coming out and being yourself.
Way back then, and I wish I did.
I like people to take away the fact that it's normality. If you took every single cross-dressing person in the world, that's the population of America. So it's not abnormal. We're not freaks. We're just people, like everybody else. I like to wear women's clothes. I like to present a female persona. I feel more effeminate than most men. I'm not a freak. I'm not dirty. I'm not nasty. I'm not bad. I'm not doing anything to anybody. And I just think it's normality, you know. 40 years ago, homosexuality was illegal. How much happier am I now than 10 years ago? Different place, different time. With regards to my identity, it's a million times happier.
Yeah, I mean, just like what she's saying here. I mean, the thing is, you're not hurting anybody by being yourself. When you know, the only time you hurt yourself is when you aren't yourself, when you're pretending to be someone else. So actually coming out and being yourself is the right thing to do. So you only hurt yourself when you don't present as yourself. I mean, how many cross-dressers are in the world? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's millions, probably. Trans people, I think there's more trans people than we actually know. I don't think the true number is actually known. I believe a lot of trans people just don't even need. Some people don't even talk about it. Some people maybe still in the closet. So I think there's a lot more trans people than we actually realize.
Love being Rachel. I love dressing as Rachel and feeling like Rachel all the time. I've grown loads. I've learned so much in the last 5
Me too. I love being Rachel as well.
years of meeting good friends and exploring myself and really realising who I am, who I want to be, who I feel happiest being. And when I am able to be 100% who I want to be, I'm over the moon. I love being me.
Okay, well, have to let me know what you think out there. What's your opinion on this? I can relate to a lot of what Rachel was saying in there, and I can understand. I see that she's making a compromise, and that made me realize that a lot of the women that I met when I used to go on the Leeds First Friday, and even when I went to Sparkles, where I would say, well, I felt a little more cross-dressers. I guess in some ways we obviously know now that they were, there is trans women there. They just feel they need to make this compromise. I can understand if you have children and you're married, you work for a company where you feel like if I come out, I'm not going to be accepted, and it's a true thing to be worried about. We've watched videos on this channel before where we've talked about being trans, where people have actually lost their jobs for being trans and things like that. So it is a true thing. People do lose their jobs over this, even in the modern world. And what we've seen recently in America and what we've seen in parts of the UK now, especially with the laws and stuff, the new gender the High Court ruling, what we've seen happen there, we can see that this is starting to become a problem here in the UK as well. So it is true that coming out as trans, you have to weigh up your options. But I think if you're out there and you've not come out and you're in denial, or you're just in the closet or whatever you want to call it, the only person you hurt is yourself, unfortunately. But if you can find somewhere to be social, find somewhere to be yourself, even if you set up your own social media page, here on YouTube, if you decide to create a YouTube page that's your who you are, if you're trans, at least you can be present as yourself somewhere. I think it's worth doing. Yeah, anyway, so a little bit quiet tonight. I've noticed it's very quiet tonight. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where everybody is, to be honest with you. Feel free to make a comment if you're here. Just let me know you're here. I've got tells me how many people here, but it's a bit rough estimate. I can't actually tell how many people here because it tells me a different figure on here and on my other computer. So I don't know how many people are actually watching, but I definitely think it's quieter than normal. I don't know where everybody's gone tonight. Anyway, I figure I will keep going for a little bit longer and see if we get a few more people in. I think I'm going to share some of the videos I wanted to share. I was leaving it for later on because I thought I'll leave it and then I'll share it with a few more people. But if they're not coming in tonight, I will have to just share it with whoever's there, whoever you are watching at the moment, whoever's out there watching. You never know. Some people might watch this after the fact. Well, I said something about Thailand, and I think tonight I might as well talk a little bit about that. So, I'm doing this channel. Of course, this channel is mainly on trans issues, but I'm a human. I have interests in many different things, and I'm very connected to Thailand, and I always mention Thailand about trans rights and how trans people are. Oh wait, we've got someone here. Franny, thank you for being here. Yeah, I feel like it's quiet tonight, Franny. No, I really do think it's quiet, but at least you're here. Thank you for watching. Well, then you know what I'm saying. Well, so Franny, yeah, I talk about Thailand quite often here, and I'm going. I always go there every year, but I don't know. I have an interest in it. I go there quite often. So what I thought I'd do is tonight, I'm going to mention about. I was watching some about Thailand today about their tourism side of things. So I don't know if you've ever been to Thailand, but if you have, you can let me know what you think. So I'm going to share two. I've found two tourism videos, and we're going to watch a bit of them. And I want to. Well, I'm going to tell you what I think about them, and then I'm also going to. I'm also going to share with you some other things, some ideas and stuff. So I'll just find these videos, and then I'll share the videos with you, and I'll tell you what I think. Let me see. So where have they gone? Because I put them in a. Where have they gone? That is strange. They should be in here. I wonder where they've gone. Because. I mean, I can find it, but it's a bit weird. I'll go in the histories. Because I'm sure I saved them. Because I saved them under Thai videos, but for some reason they're not. Or did I save them in my other? I might have saved them under my other one. I wonder if I saved them in the other under my other channel. Which I should do that. I have done. Oh, it's okay. We can watch them on this channel. It's fine. But sometimes you get ads on the channel. I have an ad thing. Okay, so this is the new one. Should we watch the one before? There's two ads. They have okay, I've got them on here. Let me see. Well, let's watch the older is this the old?
When was the last time you
Oh no, this is the new one. Okay. So they've got I found two ads for Thailand. One is from 2 years ago. So we're going to watch that one first, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So I will. So this is it here. Let's put on full screen. So yeah, let's watch it and let's see what it's all about.
Dreams, dreams, dreams.
Even more amazing experiences await you in Thailand. Amazing Thailand.
Okay, so you might say to me, why share that? Okay, I've never seen that one before. I mean, I'm a regular visitor to Thailand. I've been going there for many years. I've even lived there for a part of my life, and I might even live part of my life there again in the future. But to me, as someone who goes to Thailand, I don't think that advert was that bad. It was kind of interesting actually, because I hadn't seen that before. It was kind of interesting. But I must admit, I feel like the tourism company for Thailand, Amazing Thailand, who do all this, I always feel like, why don't they just show what it is? Because Thailand itself is a really interesting place, and to me, it's just like I just love the. I mean, I'm going to show you. I'm going to find a video tonight, and I will show you what I think Thailand is more. Maybe I can find a video or something to show you. If not, I will film my own when I go there the next time. But I just feel like it kind of like, that one wasn't too bad. It was interesting, maybe more artistic. But I would say, I don't know. I think they could do better. Okay, for Thailand. Sophie, I changed my name 3 years ago and go by she, he. She and her, yeah? Her, yeah? Well, Sophie, I mean, I think I'm the same, I mean, I changed my name and everything. I mean, but this is my name. I'm Rachel. But that's it. You just gotta live your authentic self. Gotta be yourself. But I'm glad that you do that. I'm glad that you are. You can be yourself. I mean, do you live full time now? Do you present female in day-to-day life? I think you said you were from Wales, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, let's watch another video. I want to show another one. So that was for two years ago. They've got a new video now, and this is the reason I actually thought I would cover this today. So there's this video here, and it might be, if it is what I think it is, then I'll explain it.
When was the last time you experienced luxury? Do you still feel it now? Perhaps it's time to seek a new definition of luxury you'll never forget. Here in Thailand, luxury isn't material, it is what heals us. Wash away your worries in our natural pools created over 200 million years ago. Cleanse the fog from your mind by forest bathing at our heritage sites. If you want to heal through sound, we have sounds at every frequency, just for you. Sounds that bring you peace. Sounds that set you free. Sounds that push you to unleash everything. Want to feel younger? We have festivals that bring back the fun of being a kid again. If you're hungry, Thai food will fill you up and heal you. Every ingredient is curated to improve your health and restore your body. When was the last time you slept fully? Sometimes luxury is simply being able to sleep soundly and waking refreshed. If you don't have a second home, try getting to know Thailand deeply, and Thailand will begin to heal you like home. Healing is the new luxury. Discover unforgettable experiences. Amazing Thailand.
Okay. So yeah, you have to let me know what you think of these adverts. But the reason I had them, I don't know, like they were saying about luxury and things like that. I'm kind of like, for me, Thailand, yes, there is luxury. I mean, Thailand is definitely a country. Like when I first went there, I thought to myself, I thought Thailand was like, you know, more the countryside and villages and things like that. I went to Bangkok and I was like met by this massive city, you know, big city and really busy city, skyscrapers and things like that. Not what I expected. But I still love it. I still love Thailand, and I don't know. For me, I just feel like they're interesting videos for the tourism videos that they've done. But I feel like they're always trying to push this kind of, oh yeah, it's the like luxury side but it's like, you know, Thailand just like going on they showed a little bit of street food in that second video, but it's like the street food. It's like the hustle and bustle that makes Thailand this kind of thing. It's not, I wouldn't really say it was luxury a lot of the time that attracted me there originally. Though I do like luxury now more. But with Thailand, the first thing that attracted me there was the chaos. I wanted the chaos. I went there because I wanted to I wanted to go somewhere that had a chaotic style. I loved the fact that I went on the streets and there was all sorts going on, people cooking food and things like that. I'm going to try and find you a video. Let me see. See if I can find a. I don't know if I will be able to find it. I should have probably looked before we started the live show, but hey, you know, we'll try and find some. I'm trying to I want to see if there's somewhere with like street food or something like that. There's got someone doing a walking tour here. Let me see if I can find anything interesting. Like I say, I know I need to go and do my own video, but okay. This one looks okay. We might be able to just watch a little bit of this. Yeah, because I guess I can, if I can show you, and I'll show you what, but that was the first thing that attracted me was the street food. I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Well, not just the street food, just the streets and everything going on. I'm from Wales and I live as a woman now. Okay. I am, I go by, okay. I'm late. Oh, hello, Esme. Yeah, we've been quiet tonight. Not many people in tonight, but yeah. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Esme. It's okay. You know, to be honest with, there's no right time. I mean, I'm gonna say with everybody here when I do this live show, I think I'm just gonna come on. If people pop in, they pop in. You know what I mean? The only thing is I wanted to share lots of things at the beginning of the show, and I couldn't really share them because I was thinking, like, if people pop in later, they're going to miss it all. So I just kind of, held back. But I wanted to talk. But what I'm doing is, at the moment, everyone. Well, thank you for being here anyway, Esme. What I'm doing right now is I'm just talking about Thailand at the moment because I've been telling people that I'm thinking about doing going blogging there in the future. So I wanted to share some of that with you. We just looked at some tourist videos for Thailand, and I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you street food. Now I don't know. I haven't seen this video before, so we'll see what it's like. It's a Bangkok walking tour of a street or something. So let's have a look at it, and I will obviously talk about it and see what I think. So yeah, so as you can see, Thailand. Not exactly sure which district or what area this is. It might be. Is it it could be Chinatown. It could be just another area. A bit hard to say. Let's just say underneath what area of Bangkok this actually is. The iconic night market. Oh, okay. Okay. So how many years ago? It's last year. Okay. Night market. So I might have been here before. Let's watch a bit. I must admit, I don't know what it was, but it was the last time I went to Thailand last year, I started to see crocodiles like this. But every time I've been to Thailand before, I don't remember seeing crocodiles. So it might be just alligator, sorry. Not well, you know what I mean, but alligator. I just didn't see it before, but yeah, I've never eaten them before. This kind of food is something I often eat when I'm there. This is all the usual stuff. Like you get food on sticks, normally like I think here we've got like shrimp. You've got meatballs and things like that. They have a lot of this stuff everywhere. Is this walking? Today's walk is 2 hours long. Our walk. So this is Khalson Road. Okay, that's yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't go to Khalson Road that often when I'm there. I don't do it that much anymore because it's too noisy for me. But I would do it for you guys. If you let me know if you'd be interested in me doing a walking. Well, I won't do a walking tour. I would actually talk and chat with you all. But if you ever want me to do anything like this, it's very possible because I will be there. And if enough people are interested in it, I will do it. Poor alligator. I like gator and animals. Well, I mean, I'm the same, Esme. I'm not really into. Well, I mean, look, I eat animals, but I mean, I don't want that. I mean, I'm not going to eat that thing. So when I'm there, you won't see me eating that. It's not something I'd want to eat. Yeah, it's just not my thing either. Oh, yeah, and this is another. Let's put the sound down. We can talk over it. Let me slow it. Oh, it's going too fast. Let me. 1 minute. Speed down that. Yeah, this is another thing here. Like insects and stuff. Oh, too quick. Yeah, the insects and stuff like that. I'm kind of another thing I don't really eat. Where's the speed thing? It's because it's too fast on the speed. Yeah, this is another thing I don't really eat. I have eaten some before, and it just tastes like oil when I had it. So not really my kind of thing. Yeah, I think I've eaten this before. Well, I've probably eaten most of the things here. To be honest with you, to be fair, I've probably eaten most of these things. But if I do like a if I do like a tour or something, I'll go back to Thailand. I will eat this stuff, maybe some of this food, and show you and talk about it. I think that's the best way to do it.
Don't forget to subscribe now for 4K walks from around
Yeah, don't
the
forget to subscribe. So yeah, I mean, this is what I meant by Thailand when I was talking to you. I don't know about the tourism videos, but for me, this is what Thailand is. It's just like hustle and bustle, lots of things going on. You know, you'll see lots of things, really busy streets. Roads are really busy. Lots of fruit, lots of people buying food. Yeah. Lots of bananas. There are lots of banana food and stuff over there. So yeah, I mean, or you can just chill out in a, you know, bar like this or something. In fact, I think I've actually been to this bar because I don't go to Carlson Road, but I have been to I think I have been to this bar. I went a few times and I just didn't like it. It's really loud. I don't know if you've ever been there, but the music. The thing in Thailand is there's this a lot of Thai people. They like to put music on really loud, and it's just too loud. Like you can't think. It's like it's not like, you know, if you go in a club, probably if you're in England or America and you've got loud music and you can't really speak. On Khao San Road, it's like that outside. So the music is so loud that even if you walk on the road, even though there's the clubs to the side and the bars, the music's so loud that you can't even talk as you're walking on the street. So it's not like, oh, you go in, you can walk outside the club for a chat, take your drink outside, have a chat. Nope, it's like you just cannot hear anything. So, and your ears by the end of the night, it's got like a buzzing because it's just so loud. So, yeah, I mean, even if I go there and I do any blogging, I'm not going to film. I'm not going to stay there long because I don't want to damage my ears basically. Because that's what happens when you go. It's so loud. But yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm on about. I wonder if they've got any more. I wonder if they've got any more. I mean, I don't plan to do anything like this. I don't want to do any like walkthroughs. What I'm looking to do is more blogging style or something like this. 15 worst nightlife mistakes. Maybe we should see a bit of this. Oh, okay. We don't really want to watch an advert. That's the thing. Cause I'm on my advert page, so you can't really. Oh, you can't see it now. I've taken it off. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. You can't see it anyway. Did you watch it? I don't know if you've all shown the video. Let me share this anyway. Okay. Don't know what happened before. Okay. I don't know what this is.
Travelers looking for a more trendy, upscale nightlife area. There are plenty of roof or strict dress code. You'll need to wear a shirt that covers your shoulders, long pants, and proper shoes. And you'll be...
Okay. I think we've seen enough about this. But yeah, I think of it as kind of like what I wanted to say was with, you know, I'm going to be going back there next year. And yeah, I'd like to get some of your feedback. But I mean, let's see if some other people, I'll mention it again in one of the other shows when it's a bit busier and see if we get some more feedback on it and what everybody's thinking about. And then we'll take it from there. So what are we on now? About an hour and a half. Yeah, it's been quiet tonight. I don't know why it's so quiet, but you know, sometimes this happens. What can I say? It looks like my other video that I put out today is getting more views than the live show at the moment. So okay, well, here's how it is. Maybe we could watch one more video before the end of the night, and I might just call it a night. I'll just mention, if you're a community member here, tomorrow I'm planning on doing the crying game. So let me know what you think about that. I'll mention it in Discord as well, because it looks like there's more people in Discord at the moment than there is on the live show. So I will mention it in Discord and see how people feel about me doing that. Because if I'm going to do that, I'll need to do some preparation tomorrow so that I can make sure that I can get a copy of the movie and everything set up, so we can actually you know, watch part of it and stuff and comment on it. So to be able to do everything, I have to kind of organize it. So hopefully that will be up and running tomorrow. So if you are a community member, that's the movie we'll be able to watch tomorrow night. What I'll probably do is I'll probably oh thank you Calissa, thank you so much. Oh, it means a lot to me. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that'll go on the donation bar. Oh, I have to put it on manually. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's been quiet tonight, Calissa. I don't know. It's a strange night. I think maybe a lot of people are doing something. I don't know. I don't know why it's so quiet, to be fair. But I'm just saying to everybody, look, Let me see, Chris. Are you a channel member? I don't know if you're a channel member. We've got I'll let you know about what's going on. So you might know that we what is it? It's a working day here. No one's home. Yeah, I know. Well, that's why tomorrow's probably gonna be more interesting, Franny. And like I say, I'm gonna do so for the channel members. Well, the community members tomorrow. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the first maybe hour to hour and a half, maybe we'll see, as a live show, and then I'm going to make it private just for community members. So we'll do the live show like normal tomorrow, but then it will just become privated for community members. So if you're not a community member, think about becoming a community member, because that way you'll be able to see the what is it, the full show tomorrow. Thanks for today's video on the EU law. Yeah, well let's maybe we should talk a little bit about that, to be honest with you. I did do a video today. But thank you for mentioning that, because there is something I actually want to talk about on Discord. So look, let's do that then. Let's do that. So yeah, thank you for the donation, Clarissa. I have added it to the donation, but I don't know if we'll hit 25. We'll hit the goal tonight, but you never know. It could happen. It still could happen. You never know. Okay. So I did a new video, and I hope you've all watched it. It's called trans people's trans people are losing their human rights. And if you watch that video, you'll see what I mean. I won't really explain the whole video here, but I'm happy to show it on the screen and kind of just discuss a little bit about it, because there's some stuff we're going to talk about actually that's on the Discord channel, so I can show you that. So let me have a look. Probably not the easiest way of showing it there. Well, okay. I won't show you the actual video. I'll show you the Discord. So yeah, so basically I put that video. It explains a lot on there, but we've got there's a few extra videos. Basically, it was one of the channel members, Calissa. No, sorry, not Calissa. Kirsty. Sorry, Kirsty. She shared some news stories with me about what was happening, and so I've now shown that on here. Now let me find it. Okay. Maybe I can share it here. But let me just make sure you can see it. No, of course not. Okay, there you go. Well, that's the video there. You can see the video. Trans rights, human rights, but the video is about how the European Union is stepping in to support trans people, and yeah. Oh, hello, hi, Clarissa. Yeah, no, thank you. I mean, thanks for the donation. Thanks for saying hi. It's good to have you here. Thank you. Yeah, so you can see this is the video anyway. So, please check this out. If you're not a member of Discord, please join Discord as well. I think I say this every show now, but I'm going to make sure that everybody knows this. Join the Discord. It's absolutely free to join this. And you'll have access to not just when my live shows are on or when I'm doing new videos. I've just popped it in the chat box now so you can see it. But you'll have access to so many more things on here, because I put everything on here. This is basically where I communicate with everyone. So yeah, so what we're in now, we're in the transgender news, and anyone can put news in here. So if you've got any news articles, any information you want to share, you can pop it in here. So I've got my video here. Obviously, it gets updated. You get, and you can just click on the video and watch it here. You don't even need to go to YouTube. But there's been a few more videos that I think Jade shared one and Kirsty shared one with me from TikTok. So we can have a look at them. The original news articles, I think these were them that she sent to me. Well, where are they? They're up here and stuff. But she just sent me a few news articles, and that's where I read them and I create my video. Let's watch some of these TikTok videos anyway, because then we can hear what some of the people are saying about what's going on. Can I make this full screen? Okay, bear with me 1 minute. Okay, let's have a listen here.
The Council of Europe has just told off the UK for pitting women's rights against trans rights. And they're correct. Hi, I'm Oscar Davies, non-binary barrister. Let's get into it. In a letter to Parliament, the Council of Europe's Human Rights Commissioner says that the UK is falling into a dangerous zero-sum mindset. There's a fixed pie. When one group gets one slice, the other must lose theirs. But that's not how human rights work. We warned that this has been happening since the For Women Scotland judgment. In reality, tensions between trans and women's rights are exceptional. When they do arise, they can be resolved through nuanced, reasonable, and balanced accommodations. The Commissioner also points out something really crucial, that the Supreme Court didn't seem to engage with these human rights issues at all. The next steps, which is how the government implements this ruling, are crucial. If those next steps make a gender recognition certificate essentially meaningless, they'll leave trans people in an intermediate zone, which we know is prohibited from Goodwin. And importantly, they may have to out themselves, for example, using another toilet or a changing room. That's not equality, that's just humiliation. None of this detracts from the need to protect women and girls. In fact, pitting trans rights against women's rights undermines the evidence-based work that is needed to tackle that epidemic and undo patriarchal structures. Human rights shouldn't be seen as a tug of war. Rather, they're a framework for coexistence, and we're strongest when everyone's dignity fits inside it. Interested to hear your thoughts, please share and comment below.
Okay, so I think most of us kind of get the idea from this from the video here. What's been happening is that, you know, we can see it in the UK right now, this kind of thing like, oh, well, if we say about trans rights, they're taken away from women's rights and vice versa, which is just not true. And the reality is we're in this kind of, you know, trans people have already won with I believe it's the Goodwin, and there's another court case, and we've already won our rights that we should be recognized in daily life. You know, the trans people should be allowed to exist in society. And what the recent court cases, you know, the Supreme Court case has done, has taken those rights away from us and has put us back into this intermediate zone, which we were in back 20 years ago. And so, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I really feel like they've got a really good, strong point here. You know, what the European, you know, what they're saying in Europe. And I hope the government do understand this. Now, do we think that anything will change? I hope so. I think there is enough here to fight our case that, you know, that our human rights as trans people. So I think it's good news. I think it's good news. I think there's a lot of good people that are fighting the case for trans people. I really believe that going forward, we're going to, you know, we're on the right side of history, and I hope that things change. But we've got to be aware that a lot of damage has already been done, and repairing that damage is going to be difficult. There is another video that I've got, so I'm going to share that one. Not sure why it's showing some girl on there, but anyway, on my thing. But let me. Why it's showing her, but anyway, a bit random. Okay, let's have a look at this video here. See what this gentleman has to say. I'll make it bigger for you all so you can see it.
We've been given a very serious bollocking today in the United Kingdom by the Council of Europe's Commissioner for Human Rights about breaching our obligations to the trans community. The Commissioner points out that the Supreme Court, in its For Some Women Scotland decision, ignored human rights, which breaches its legal obligations. The Commissioner's worried about the political vacuum on the issue, and echoing Lucy Powell, who's running to be Deputy Leader of the Labour Party, he calls for Parliament to be involved. He's very worried that we're pushing trans people into an intermediate zone, a so-called third sex, that's how the case law describes it, which jeopardises people's rights to be treated with dignity and to be able to participate in all areas of normal life. And he's very, very concerned, and we should all be very concerned about measures which oblige trans people to out themselves in an increasingly transphobic world. It increases your vulnerability if you're trans to harassment, to abuse, and to violence as well. None of this should be a surprise, right? It's abundantly clear to everybody who cares to be interested that the direction of travel places the United Kingdom in breach of its obligations under the European Convention for Human Rights. And I say to the Prime Minister this: we are at a crossroads. Are we going to be a nation that respects our human rights obligations, or are we going to abandon people whenever the right wing press demands it? Immigrants, trans people. Who's next, Sakir? We've been given a very...
So yeah, so again, I mean, I think it's pretty clear what he said, but I will talk a little bit about it. So one more, let me get my other screen up so I can see you all. Yeah, I mean, again, I mean, this is the thing. What's going to be going forward? You know, we need to do something about this. I mean, how do you feel about being in an intermediate zone? I feel like that. I mean, I know many people on this channel have said to me, they've said that they fear going to the toilets. I know there's a few of the channel members on here have said to me that they have their own key for the disabled toilets and things like that. Now, I don't use the disabled toilets. I use the women's toilets. But it just shows you how many of us are starting to kind of feel this. I must admit, when I go in the women's toilets, the public women's toilets now, if I go shopping and I need the toilet and I go in there, does it go in my mind a little bit now about this and saying, like, oh, you know, if I didn't pass, would I be, you know, what would I be doing? I think about it, and it is something that is on my mind now, and it shouldn't be. I mean, I think I might have mentioned I don't really use the gym toilets, gym changing rooms at my gym. I do go to the gym, but I never use the gym changing rooms. And you know, now the gym's rules are that you know trans people are not supposed to be using them. So which, you know, luckily I just go in. I live in the city center, so when I go to the gym, I just go and do the gym and come back home. So it's easy for me, and I've always done that anyway. I'm happy to do that, and I feel fine to do that. But I mean, it's kind of interesting to think that, you know, what changing room am I supposed to use? You know, am I actually supposed to go in the men's? I mean, really? You want me to go in there? I mean, I don't want to go in there anyway, but I mean, it's just an interesting thing to think how they think. Yeah, the goodwill. Well, this thing, we've already had this court case. This has already been proved. The reason we have where we are now in England, I mean, for our foreign, like if you're in America or in another country, you might not know this, but in the UK, we've had laws that pass our right to live as we are, basically. You know, presenting and living as transgender. We have the gender recognition certificate in the UK. Is a legal certificate that recognizes us as our gender. And now they're saying, oh, well, you can't be recognized. And that's like, well, you can't do that because we already had that. And if you do that, that's kind of, well, it's completely breaking human rights, our human rights. I think the government will fudge it. They will put together rules that don't make sense. Well, unfortunately, that's what they're doing right now. I mean, I think what I've been hearing about the EHRC or whatever, whatever that group, you know, it sounds like they're trying to put in, you know, rules to like more segregators and things like that. I mean, I've heard people say about segregation, saying that we should separate, you know, or should we get separate toilets and things like that? Absolutely crazy. Well, wouldn't that out trans people, you know? And then are they going to have like ID cards? And then are they going to like check our ID cards when we go to the toilet? How crazy is it going to be? Yeah, I would applaud Europe. But you see, let's put it this way. Reform, if you're in the UK, Reform have said that they want to leave the European the European Court of Human Rights. They want to leave that. They want to get disconnected from the European Council. They don't want them stepping into the UK, because this is what's happening. It's the European Council that's kind of stepping in and saying, hey, you guys are breaching human rights. What you're doing with trans people, and you are doing it with migrants as well, immigrants and others. It's not just trans people that are doing this. You're actually going against the human rights of people we signed up and we agreed to. So we agreed to this as a country, but if we don't do it, we're like Russia. We're basically saying we don't respect people's human rights. You know, I mean, basically that's what's happening. If the government doesn't do something about this, it's very, very dangerous. It's the way it's going is terrifying. That's what I said. They'll go after anything that doesn't fit government policy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen because they see that Labour is trying to be more like Reform. They want to be more right wing. So they're trying to mimic that, which is absolutely weird to say that they're a left leaning party. And then you've got, obviously, Reform are happy to get rid of the European Council. The Conservatives are right wing party. They've said they want to get rid of the European Council. So let me put it this way. If Reform win the next election, and maybe they get, or let's say they don't win, but they get enough seats, and then they want to team up with, they need a second party, they're going to have to team up with the Conservatives. And the Conservatives and Reform want to get rid of the European Council, which means if they get rid of the European Council, they can then don't need to listen to them, which means our rights as trans people don't matter. And the reason I know Reform want to do it because they don't have to listen about immigration. They don't need to then listen to that. So that basically anybody who comes to this country and asks for asylum will not. They can just say no, because right now they have to give asylum to people because if you're fleeing a war zone, England, Britain welcomes people in on asylum. If you're fleeing from a war zone, we will give you asylum. We will let you live here. Reform don't want any immigration, so they're saying that if we get rid of the European Council, we don't have to do that. So that's their main reason for leaving, but it will affect us as well because it will basically won't mean we won't have anyone fighting our corner because it's Europe that's fighting for us right now. So this is the problem. Also vote Green Party if you can. Well, this is the thing now. It looks if you want to stop Reform, if you want to stop this Britain from becoming right wing, if you want to stop that, you're going to need to vote, and you're going to need to vote. I believe the Green Party is the only party right now that has any chance of actually making any difference. Definitely, their growth is amazing. They are growing. They are growing, and to be honest, you could say that Reform are the right wing party, and the left wing party is really the Green Party. You could either go, you got the people. If you believe in human rights and you believe in, you believe in a more fairer future, then you go vote Green, because the Green Party are saying they're going to do that. But if you want to make it so if someone's not the same as you, they're not British, they're not, so say not the same colored skin, they're not the same sexuality, not the same. If you want that kind of a world, then you're voting for Reform. And I know people say, oh no, Reform people, they're not voting for that reason. But it's like, I don't know how you can't look at it and realize that is your option. Even if you don't think that, I don't know how you couldn't. That is the option. It's basically that. If you vote Reform, you are voting a party that is basically saying, if you don't match me, if you don't match a stereotypical view of Britain, then I don't want you here. That's basically what it is, which is, what it is. It's racist, isn't it? I never agreed with it. I know. So, yeah, we're at a turning point, but I really hope that people do. But I've heard a lot of people are going towards the Green Party. I mean, for me, I'm really happy with the Green Party. I really think their politics are spot on, to be honest with you. We will see as we get closer to the elections here in the UK. I mean, I don't want to bore too many people because I'm sure there's people here not from England, but it's interesting to know, I mean, if you're in America, just think about, basically Reform is kind of just copying Donald Trump, really. Kind of want to be more like him. I mean, Farage is like idolizes Trump, so it's kind of like trying to copy Donald Trump, really. So it's kind of like that. Anyway, so I don't want to share that. I mean, but please check out the main video. Check out the trans people are losing their rights. If you check that video out, I released it today. It's had quite a few watches already, but check that one out because that goes. I do talk more in depth about it, and I think it's worth a watch. So yeah, check that out. But like I said, we're nearly at 2 hours. I mean, I think Franny said it's a working day today. I know in America people will be at work at the moment. I know in the UK, I don't know what people are doing in the UK. Maybe they've gone to bed. I don't know where they are. I don't know where everybody is tonight. Normally a bit busier than this. It's kind of a bit quiet tonight. Even if Reform do get in, Green Pie will challenge them. Yes. Well, that's what I mean. If you vote enough, I mean, if you've got them as the opposition, even if Reform win, you've got. But to be honest, you don't want Reform to get in. We don't want Reform in. I mean, if you look at their policies and what they want to do, it's gonna damage the UK in general. I really believe it will damage the UK. It won't just. I don't even think it's a matter of them being kind of anti-trans or anti-immigrant or whatever. I just think their policies look negative for the country in general. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, everybody, you know, you've got a choice here, you know. I mean, and do vote if you're in Britain. Please vote. Don't be saying, well, I don't agree with anything, I'm not voting, because I mean, this is it's important that we vote. Yeah, but like I said, we've been on about nearly 2 hours. It's been quite quiet tonight. Like tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be here on Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to be doing 2 shows. I'm going to be doing the movie club, and I'm going to be doing YouTube Watch on Saturday. But like I said, I'm probably going to do the first hour, which is going to be, I'll do a show for about an hour and a half, which will just be the standard show I normally do, chat with you guys, maybe watch a couple of videos. And then after that, we're going straight into the movie club or YouTube Watch. But if you want to go to that, if you want to be part of that, you do need to join the community membership. So, like I said, the best way to join the community membership, you can join it here on YouTube. So if you're already a channel member, you can upgrade to a community member just by clicking on the membership icon and the join section, and that will take you to the membership. Or if you want to join via Buy Me a Coffee, you can go Buy Me a Coffee, look at the membership, and just click on the membership there. Or if you prefer to use Patreon, we have a Patreon, and you can also join there. So I've got people joining on all different platforms at the moment, but in the end, you all end up watching the videos on the same platform. Yes, please vote green. I think people will, you know. And like I said, as we get closer to the election, I'm going to share more information about the election and stuff like that. So I think we'll watch one more video, and then we'll see. I mean, unless anybody else wants to come in, because we did get a donation from Calissa, so I think we should watch a video for Calissa. So let me find the videos. But yeah, if anybody else wants to send a donation, the best way to do it, you can do. I mean, Calissa did it by Super Chats. You can do it by Super Chats if you wish. But if you want to send it directly to me, best to do like via Buy Me a Coffee. Let me just put the link in the chat box so you know where it is. Because if you do it via Buy Me a Coffee, it does go directly to me. If you do it via Super Chat, YouTube likes to take a big chunk of that. So yeah, I've just put in the link in the chat box there. That is Buy Me a Coffee. That will take you directly to my Buy Me a Coffee. And if you want to become a community member, go there and you can go to the membership section and you can become a member as well. Yeah, Green Pie. It looks like we're all going to go green, don't I? I think everyone will be green, won't they? Okay. And if you're not a channel member, consider becoming a channel member. It's only £1 a month. You can join. Let me put that in the chat box. Let me just find that. Basically, you can follow this link that I'll give you in the chat box. £1 for a month. You get access to all the live shows on every Sunday. It's just here. And you also get access to private chat on the Discord. So yeah, if you click on the link I've just put in the chat box, that'll take you to the membership section. £1. It's £1 to become a channel member. You'll basically be supporting this channel, and so we can keep doing work like this. And you'll get access to the Sunday show every Sunday, and you get access to the private Discord section as well. So if you want to be a member, please join there. It's just £1 for the month. Okay, so let's spin the wheel. We can watch another video. Okay, transgender health care horror story. Well, I think it's a lot of the time it's that nowadays, isn't it? When it comes to trans healthcare, unfortunately, we seem to be there isn't many positive stories about that, is there, at the moment? Okay, let me find the video and then I can share it with you all. Just gotta find it here. I mean, I've definitely had some problems with my healthcare, my local GP. It's actually been in the news recently that they're not actually. A lot of trans people are struggling to get their hormones directly from their doctors, and I've definitely had had this problem. So it's something that's actually a big problem at the moment. Okay, let me share. I think you could see it. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to watch this video. Like I say, if you want the show to keep going, please send a donation. You can send anything you prefer, £1, or just become a channel member. It's only £1. I will also add that to the donation bar if anyone does it. Okay.
My name is Leo Sell, and my pronouns are they, them, their.
My name is Sophia Stanford, pronouns she, her.
I'm Gray, and my preferred pronouns are he, him.
Robin Kanauerhasa, and I use feminine pronouns, so she, her, hers.
My name is Luke Jude, and I prefer he, him pronouns.
My name is Chloe Flora. My preferred pronouns are she or they.
Okay. Only about 8% of Americans are personally acquired with a transgender person. Okay. Oh, I've only met a transgender person. Okay. Acquainted with a transgender person.
99% of the time when I go to the doctor, I'm anxious and nervous.
Even though insurance and driver's license and everything says female, you really don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I don't think I know any trans person that went through the medical system and had a nice time with it.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not in America, but what I can tell you is everything that I experienced through the gender clinic in London, Trans Plus, which is one I was involved with, was perfect. They've contacted me recently. I haven't spoken to them for a bit. They contacted me. I'm going to have an appointment, a telephone appointment with them next month. And they've always been good. But as soon as I went to my local doctor, my local GP, been absolutely terrible. So yes, until that point, it's been okay. And yeah, now it's a nightmare. And this is why I feel stuck in limbo. Okay, so what because of the hormone situation, Esme? I know you told me before that you were on a wait. You were thinking about going on a waiting list. You do need to go to join the waiting list, yeah. But unfortunately, I mean, once you get a gender clinic, the gender clinic is good. It's just doctors tend to be a bit naff. They're not very good. I have a positive experience so far with my hormones. Okay, so maybe if you tell us, Calissa, if you can let us know your situation. I mean, everything's been fine with me. I can't really be that much be nasty about or anything like that. Everything up to my local GP. My local GP just stopped giving me my hormones. But everything that I experienced from my gender clinic in London was absolutely supportive and really helpful. But I mean, I'm gonna say this. I mean, I might as well be honest with everybody out there. But my best experience was when I lived in Thailand. And I mean, you might say, well, what do you mean by that? You know, which doctor? It's like, well, no, I could just go to the pharmacy. But the difference again, and I've got to make this clear. I mean, when I lived in Thailand, and I mean, when I do live in Thailand, I have a lot of transgender friends there who've been taking hormones all their lives. So I have people there for advice and help. I also have connection in the sense that if I want blood tests or anything, it's relatively cheap to go have blood tests done in Thailand. It's not as expensive as the UK. And the hormones, you can actually get them from a pharmacy. You can go in and buy them. So I would say, you know, that was my best experience. And like I said, I'm going to be back in Thailand next year. So, you know, so, you know, that's probably why you don't see me so stressed out about everything, because I don't need to be. And this is why I feel, yeah, okay. Sorry, I read these, didn't I? Yes, I know about the waiting list. I just hate the GP. Well, I mean, I don't know about your GP. The first GP I went to, I wasn't living where I am now. I moved cities. And when I went to the GP and I informed that I was trans, the GP was supportive. I was a little bit concerned because I thought that I thought his religious background might have interfered with everything, but he didn't. He was very professional. He didn't put religion into his workplace. And he wrote to the gender clinic in Leeds, where I live now, and he informed that I was transgender, and then I was put on a waiting list that I was told could be 3 years, and then after 1 year, I found out there was a clinic in London. I applied to that clinic, and I was accepted by that clinic within less than a year. All they asked was if you're already waiting on a waiting list somewhere in the UK, they would put me on their waiting list, and I got in there quicker, so I went to those, and I never went to the Leeds one, and I've never used the Leeds one, and they're still my clinic. I have to go back to them if I want anything directly, so I go back to my London clinic, and yeah, I can get hormones from them, but I have to go down to London, which is not impossible, but I don't want to be traveling down to London and just get hormones. You know what I'm saying? The waiting list near me, Greater Manchester, okay, it's quite short, 2 years. Okay, that's not too bad, yeah. My GP has an above average trans knowledge. Well, that's it as well. It's if you're lucky, you've got a GP that knows what they're talking about. So yeah, Calissa, you're lucky. You've got a good GP, so that's it. I mean, I'll be honest, I never see the same doctor at my GP, and I don't know. I mean, I'm in the city centre. It's the chaos. It's always busy when I go as well. Big list, a big queue outside the door. I agree with that, Calissa. Yeah. So I know it's different for everyone. I mean, America's a bit of a different one for me because I do know that state by state things are different. So I guess in America, it depends what state you're in as well. Let's see what they say, because maybe we can learn something about how it works in America.
Not in this country.
Okay. So more than 70% of transgender people nationwide say they have experienced serious discrimination in healthcare. Okay. Again, this is America, not the UK, but I mean, I can't say that I have had any discrimination or anything like that, so I can't relate to that the same.
I haven't gone to the dentist in 4 or 5 years because it's just such an uncomfortable experience.
I know people who, if they sprain their ankle, will just wrap it up and put some ice on it rather than.
Okay, that's sad to hear. I mean, never really had a problem with my dentist. Again, my dentist uses my pronouns, no issue.
Going to the ER and having an X-ray done because it's just not worth the stress.
I've heard of trans Oreganos. So this is Oregon, is it? Says they avoid going to the hospital when they are ill because of past experiences. Right. So this is pretty bad in America that they have this problem, because I mean, I find in the UK, at least the NHS and stuff, seems to be very welcoming of trans people. I know recently that there is this kind of trying to change that with the Supreme Court ruling, but most of the time the NHS is very supportive of trans people. Well, they live in the US. Ambulances are pricey. Yes. Well, that's what I mean. It is different in America to the UK, because obviously we have free healthcare in the UK. Though we've got long waiting lists, but it's free.
I've had a history of urinary tract infections. It was pretty commonplace for me, and I went to.
I must admit, this always gets me, and I mean, maybe the Americans in the chat can explain this to me. I just can't understand how America, a developed country, quite very wealthy country, and that people don't have free healthcare. I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong, the NHS isn't perfect, but I mean, it's healthcare. It's like if you're sick, you get ill and you can die. I mean, isn't the idea that you want to keep your society healthy so you can work and be productive? I don't understand why it should be. I mean, like, I just don't understand why America's like it is. I would think America would be better with a system like the UK, really, for its people anyway. Maybe financially, it makes sense for the businesses and stuff, but it doesn't make sense for the normal people. And I think anyone who cares about humans wouldn't have this system. And I don't know why Americans vote against it. I think that, whatever you think about the UK, I mean, I might complain about the NHS, but I wouldn't want the system they have in America. I prefer the NHS.
The urgent care and the physician on staff that I was dealing with kept telling me over and over how atypical it was for a man to be having a series of urinary tract infections. I tried to interrupt him and say, I understand, I've been through a gender transition, so my anatomy is probably not what you expect it to be. And he kept stopping me. He wouldn't let me complete and assuring me that he did understand. And he said, I think I would like to take a look. So I pulled down my pants, and it wasn't at all what he expected. And he was immediately apologetic. He said, oh, you don't have, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize. I said, I know, we tried to tell you.
That's strange. So I didn't even listen to him to say that, by the way, I am transgender. I don't have the anatomy that you're talking about, but I am trans. That's crazy. That is really sad to hear something like that. Well, get out of that country then. If that's what, honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, look, if I was living somewhere and it was like that, I'd be like, right, well, I know this might be my home country, but I care about my health more than that. I hear 70% of Americans want free healthcare. So why do? Well, this is the thing. But why did they vote? I mean, like, obviously, if you're going to be between they've only got two choices in America by the looks of it. They can either vote Democrat or Republican, and it seems like the Democrats are more likely to well, they're not. I know they more or less follow the same thing, to be honest with you. But I mean, I would probably vote Democrat more than I would vote Republican, because I'd be saying, well, there's more chance that they're going to care more about my healthcare. I know that Bernie Sanders, he's always talking about free healthcare and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't understand why, if I was American, that's what I'd be doing. I mean, I guess that's why I'd be voting. I'd be one of those Americans that would do that if I lived in America. But I mean, I don't understand why they vote for because obviously, like, Trump wouldn't want that. So I don't know. What's this here? Okay, this is my first Facebook message, so thank you for that. Someone was claiming to be you. Okay, well, where was that? You have to let me know. So what, on Facebook? Let me see. Can you see my comment? I can see a comment. Yeah. Where you have to let me know about that one. You can put it on the thing, but someone's claiming to be me. Well, they've got like a. Are they actually got a profile and everything? You'll have to let me know. I have more than one profile, just to let you know. I went a bit mental on Facebook, but hey, thanks for watching. Okay, you have to let me know. Let me know where it is. Yeah, just send me a message or a link or something with their Facebook, and I can check it out later. So is it Solia? Yeah, check out my YouTube as well. Don't forget to come to my YouTube sometime. Check it out, because I got loads of videos here on YouTube. So I mean, I use Facebook, but check out my YouTube as well. It's pretty, there's a lot of stuff here as well. But thanks for being here. Okay, let's watch a bit more of this video. Let's see what else is happening in the States.
I knew I identified and felt female around 5 years old when this was called out by my family member, who was the director of mental health for the state that I lived in. Essentially required forced correction, like invasive hypnotherapy, corrective assignment and orientation to gender roles, other things to help masculinize and or reprogram the viewpoint of the world to the child. If I had to be this way, I'm going to walk in front of a car and I'm going to reset it and try over. That's what I thought when I was 6.
So, I mean, you should never do anything where you try to revert someone's sexuality or gender identity, trying to convert them into something they're not. It's absolutely very dangerous and very stupid thing to do. So I really feel for her. It's a shame that still goes on, but it does exist. And I think it still exists in the UK as well. So it does exist. I confronted her and blocked me. She made a fake profile with your pic, different name. Okay. Ugh, I don't know why people do things like that. But yeah, if you can send me the link, or if you can get the link for me, because it'd be really difficult for me to find probably otherwise. But that's crazy. That I know I've had a few friends that have had that done to them.
Had a bunch of different symptoms tied to sleep, tied to appetite, weight gain, mood, that had sort of increased in severity over a year. And one of the things that my doctor told me to do was check myself into a hospital next time I had my round of symptoms. So I checked into a hospital, and even just within the check-in process, I was misgendered. I finally spoke to the doctor, and he came in and was speaking to me as if I was a 13-year-old girl. And all of my symptoms were surrounding hormones. And when I started talking about hormones, this doctor in the hospital actually looked at me and said, "Oh, what do hormones do?" I didn't think hormones did anything. And he actually checked me out of the hospital. He said, "You know, I think that you're just bleeding a lot right now." Fast forward 3 days later from this hospital visit, and I was diagnosed with invasive hormonal breast cancer that tested 99% positive for estrogen. And I think that if I had had the same list of symptoms, but was a cisgendered man, I would have been treated completely differently.
So in general, I've been...
Okay. Oh, that's awful. I can't believe that this kind of thing is happening, you know what I mean? But it just shows you, I mean, and the doctor just being, but I mean, you do get these doctors that shouldn't really be there. It seems like terrible to have a doctor like that that just misdiagnoses you and doesn't even understand what's going on.
blessed with a good primary care physician and an endocrinology doctor, but I was seeing a specialist for a different medical problem, and my records and everything all said female. I have everything changed. And the guy looked at it, he went through all of those steps, and then said, "So, do you dress full-time as a woman?" And I was stunned. It's like, "Do you dress full-time as a man?" Yes, I'm a woman. I am a woman of transgender experience, and of course, it's just like any other woman in your office.
The biggest horror story that I had was going to the pharmacy to pick up my...
It's crazy that all these people have been like totally misgendered, totally basically not respected at all. I mean, I don't know. For me, with the NHS in the UK, I mean, they always use my pronouns. They always respect who I am. I've never been misgendered. I've never had any issues like that. I think once or twice they've used the wrong name at the start. It has happened. But once I correct them, they never misgender me again or use my old name or dead name, whatever you want to call it. So they're quite respectful after that point. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any problems. So I'm kind of shocked to see this happen. I think if I went somewhere and a doctor keep misgendering me or calling by a dead name, it would be a point where I would just say, "Okay, you're going to stop now, and I'm going to tell you you're going to stop doing that." Okay. I mean, that's when I become the main voice, because there's no way. It's like, we don't carry on like this. If you can't get my gender right, if you can't at least give me that respect, you know, what were you in here? I would say I want another doctor then, because you absolutely useless. You know, no, it's not acceptable.
My first testosterone prescription. I was nerve-wracked already because it's like such an emotional thing to like finally get that golden ticket. It ends up being like $1. So it's just the syringes. There's no medicine. 4 people later, in about 20 minutes, they finally look it up in the computer and they're like, "Oh yeah, oops." Throughout this entire process, I have to say my legal name, which isn't the name that I go by, out loud to the entire store. And I'm basically outing myself to everyone around me. And that's not wanting to hide, that's just about trying to stay safe. Like, some people hear that and they might follow me to my car and bash my head in.
During one physical therapy appointment,
Yeah, again, I mean, they should. I mean, look, even I always feel like this, right? At the end of the day, just out of respect, even if they have to have something, even if they had to have your past name for legal reasons or whatever, they should have your name that you prefer to use. So even if they have your name somewhere on some paperwork, at least it's not vocally put out. I mean, I know that's not good either. Don't get me wrong, that's still not good. But you should never have to call out your you know, if you want to say dead name in front of people, you shouldn't be outing yourself. It's absolutely wrong.
I had one of the therapists misgendered me to an entire room of people, both other physical therapists and other clients. He never looked me in the eye again. He never talked about it. He never apologized. It was just this weight. And especially me as a trans woman, I get misgendered all the time. Like, it's something I deal with on a near daily basis. So to have that happen in a medical setting, something where I can opt out of, even though it might not be the healthiest thing, I will. I'd rather protect my own sense of mental health.
So that was a horror story. That was absolutely disgraceful what they were saying, what's happened to them. I mean, I'm shocked that happens because I mean, I'm gonna say again with the UK, yeah, with the UK, at least we don't have that issue. I would say that there is the respect there to not do that. So yeah, I never get misgendered. Only the only thing that ever happens to me when I'm at the when I go to see the doctors or anything like that, they might sometimes say, "Oh, what's your preferred name?" They might ask that, but they do have it. I must admit, they do have it on my GP and stuff. So it's very rare that they do that. It does happen though. I think it's more likely. I've been to like accident and emergency and stuff like that. But whenever you go to like a doctor doesn't know you, they might say, "Oh, what's your preferred pronouns?" So I've had questions like that before, but it's very rare. Most of the time here in the UK, everything's on your documents, so they kind of realize anyway, and they take it from there. But yeah, it was very sad to hear about that. I can understand. Must be terrifying. Terrifying. I mean, and for people to not go use the doctors because they're scared that they might get misgendered or something is totally understandable. Totally understandable. I'm very sad that they have to go through that. We do live in a world that's so still very transphobic and anti-trans, because it sounds to me like in some of those cases, that people were doing that deliberately, unfortunately. Okay, so we're about 2 hours, 2 hour 15 minutes into the show tonight. It's kind of been up and down, hasn't it? Tonight it's been a bit of a strange one, really. I've had a few people have been in here. Got the first time someone's actually messaged me from Facebook, but unfortunately, it's someone's been using my account picture. Oh, we don't want that. But anyway, there's only me, and there's only me. There's no one else like me. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy to go on longer, but it looks like the donations are dried up. Has anybody considered becoming a member tonight? That would be something. I didn't see anybody join tonight. Let me check that. I'm gonna go check you know what? I'll check it on my phone. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Oh, it's in the other room. I'll put my phone in the other room. Let me check. I can check my membership thing. Have any of you decided to become members tonight? I know that I'm feeling like a few of you might need to, because I think some of the memberships are actually running out on the channel. But let me just check. 1 minute. I need to check. On my phone, even though I turned it off, but I decided to talk. Let me see. I don't know if you can see it on here. Let me just check. Bear with me 1 moment. Why is it doing this? Yeah, I have to go for like 1 million pages to get to where I want to go. Okay, so tonight, what have we got? Okay, it doesn't like we had any more new members. That's a shame. So yeah, I mean, if you have a consider about it, if you become a member, it's basically £1 and you can become a member for the month. So consider joining that. Oh, I can't see these membership on here. Why is it doing that? I think a few of it's gone. Oh, there's some memberships gone. I can't tell anyway. I'll have to check after the show. I can't see it on here. Absolutely useless, this thing. Won't let me check. I've got to use my phone to check memberships and stuff. Let me see. Yes, mine's running out, and it's been a month's. Been a month. Whoa, worse. Okay, you mean this month's not been good, or what are you saying, Esme? Yeah, I'll be honest. I think Esme, yours is coming to the end. I know yours was gifted. I don't know. Are you going to join again? Obviously, I'd love you to join and carry on being a member. Feels like a quiet night. Yeah, well, it is. It's up and down anyway when you do YouTube. You never know. So I used to do Thursday nights and they used to be quite busy, so that's why I kept doing the Thursday nights. But looks like they're becoming quiet nights. So look, I mean, we'll see what happens going forward. I'm definitely going to be doing live shows every Sunday, because that's the channel member. So every channel member, I do a live show every Sunday. I'm going to be doing now. I'm doing Fridays and Saturdays because I've got the movie club and I've got YouTube Watch, and they're for community members. So those nights are now taken up. So these shows are kind of more just to let people, if they want to like join in, want to be part of something. And yeah, the small, I don't know, they're kind of like what they are. If people want to be part of that, they can. So it just depends. No, I mean, it's gone quick this month. Whoa, and I was gifted a membership. I think you were gifted. I think Jade, because Jade gave out lots of memberships. She says she can't do it anymore for some reason. I don't know why. It was really, really cool what she was doing, because she gave loads of people the opportunity to become members. And basically that she gave out 10 memberships that day. So you guys still show up on the membership list, okay? But I'll know in the next 24 hours who's carried on members. So it'll be interesting to see who's come. But I think you were like out of that 10 membership, Esme. You actually, you actually said, yeah, I'm going to be a member, and you've come on the channel, and I've got to know you quite well through here. But you can gift. I can't. I've tried. I would. I'll be fair. I would gift out memberships if I could. I've tried to do it. I even tried to do it with a second account, but for some reason, I think the only way to gift, I think you have to kind of like be a member, and then you can gift other members. So the only way I could do it is I would have to become a member on another. I'd have to use another account, become a member, and then gift members. And every time I gift a member, I have to pay for that. So it would be a case of it would probably cost me to gift them. So if I was going to gift you a membership, I'd have to pay something like £2 or something, I think. So yeah, I mean, no offense, but I mean, it probably wouldn't make sense me doing that, because that'd be like taking, if I was gifting them to everybody, you understand what I'm saying? It just can't work that way. If I could just gift them, like it was just a thing that said you can gift out for free, I would do it. Honestly would. But it kind of goes against what I'm trying to do, because I mean, the membership is to kind of keep this channel going. So if you ask me, like, how do I make money on this channel? If you want to know how I do this, the first way you make money is you make money on your videos that you put out, but you only get a small amount. So you get an ad revenue on videos, and it's not that great. It's not like, oh, you're making loads of money. You don't make loads of money. You get a small ad revenue, so it's a few pounds here and there. Sometimes better. It depends. Sometimes you get videos that do quite well and you get a bit more money, but most of the time it's not that great. So really, the way I keep this channel going is from channel members, channel supporters, donations. That is how this channel exists. And without that, the channel can't exist. And it is true. I mean, I have to say it a lot to you guys, but I have to be honest with you. To keep this channel going, I have to do that. There's no way I can't keep it going. Simple as that. So yeah, I do need members. But like I said, it's only £1. £1 and you get 4 shows. I do 4 shows for £1, so it's not bad, The idea is we get lots of members, so then it's only £1 for everybody. It's really easy to join, and that's the thing. But yeah, I mean, I will always give something back. If someone ever donates or does, I will always give something back. I'm not one of these who just says, hey, can you just support me? It's like, no, I will give you something back. I'm confused, but a channel host can gift free in a premium chat on YouTube. Let me have a look. Why is that? Have you been on other channels that have done that? Well, let me have a look then. If we can do it, I'll do it. Okay? If I can do it, I'll do it. I'll check now. You telling me that they can do it on... You've been on other channels where they've done that? Let me have a look. So I'm on the channel myself now. Buy membership for viewers. Send gifted memberships free of charge. You have 10 memberships left to send this month. Oh. Okay, I can. Oh. But now I feel, oh, I didn't realize that. Thanks for letting me know, Esme. YouTube have a few years. Press. I see. Oh, you've told me something I didn't know. Well. How did you know that then? How did you? Well, you've told me something I didn't know. I didn't know I could do that. Ah, now I feel I've got some power now. So how did you know that? Tell me. Let me see what you said. Yes, in the premiere. I found it now. Yeah, yeah. You I didn't know I could do that. I've been on YouTube a few years. Press $. Yeah. Who told you? Were you on another? Yeah, Magic. I know. But don't you want to support the channel? I mean, I got to ask that. I mean, I'll be really clear. Do you not want to support the channel? I mean, because obviously, if I give them all the time, you're kind of there, but you don't ever support, and it's only £1. You know, just like a question. But now I know. Now I know. Thank you. But I might have to do it tomorrow. Okay, I will do it, but I'll do it tomorrow. I think it might be a better idea. What do you think? Or shall I do it now? I'll tell you what. Because you showed me how to do it, I'll do it now. So you have to get ready, yeah? Esme, I'll do it now, all right? Because I know you showed me it, so I know that you deserve it. Otherwise I wouldn't have known. Okay, then what I'll do is I'm going to share it with you all. I'll do it one go, and then I can give 5 out. It says I can give 5 out right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 5. I'm going to send 5 out to everybody. If you want to be a member, 5 people can become a member, okay? Let me see. Seen Esme sent that, so you got a chance to become a member now. Okay, there you go. Take it if you want it. It's available now. 5 members. Okay. Leah Land. I didn't even know you were in the chat. Oh, hello, nice to meet you. I'll see if you can get it. Okay, I've sent it, Esme. Are you gonna get one? Because there's people getting them now. Chance to get one now. These people are all getting them. And I hope all of you become channel members after this. Okay, you're gonna get access to the Sunday show now. SC has become a member. Esme, are you gonna become one? Okay. I've sent it out. It's okay. You don't want to be a member? Okay. Well, thanks to all those people who've become members. Okay. I don't recognize any of those names, so it just shows you, doesn't it? I've got this. Well, I'm glad you're all here. Thank you for joining today. So is that 5 new people? I'll probably do the same. Might do the same tomorrow. Now I know I've got it. Okay. Yeah, I will. So are you going to become a member then, like paid member? Look, it's entirely to you guys what you want to do. I'm just saying that obviously, you know, doing the what is it, the gifted membership. I know some of you end up actually following the channel and doing so. So please do that. I mean, I just sent out 5 memberships there. The reality is now you have the option to become members on this channel, and you've got access to the Discord, so please check that out. We do a Sunday show every week. We do a private Sunday show. You've all got access to that, so please take advantage of that, because I know there's a few people who watch this show quite often who aren't members, and I think they would love to have the same things. But yeah, okay, I appreciate everything you do. Well, no, you're welcome. I mean, say you're a regular member, so it'd be strange you not being a member. Do you know what I mean? If all of a sudden you're not a channel support, it's like, oh, so I won't see you on Sundays and things like that. So, and obviously you won't be in the private chat and stuff like that. So it'd be a bit strange not seeing you there. But you know, I guess it's up to every individual person if they want to be. But I also kind of say, yeah, it'll be about great. I'm going to say as well, though, you know, it's about being part of the community, it's part of the supporting the channel and stuff like that. Without you guys, I can't do the channel. So it is. I mean, just to make it clear to you, it's not a matter of me just saying, hey, just become a channel member just because I feel like it. It's like, it is basically the future of the channel. I mean, and I am moving more and more towards memberships. And like I said, I've created the community membership, which is the show that we have on, you know, we have Friday night and Saturday night now. It's going more that direction, just because that way I can guarantee that the show can keep going and stuff like that. I think even this stuff about going and blogging in Thailand, I need to know that I have the support of the channel supporters before I can do that. So it's kind of like their support is the reason I can do this. Otherwise, it's just like can't do it, and then there's nothing. So anyway, but anyway, yeah, thanks, Esme. I mean, well, thanks for showing me. I mean, I'm kind of shocked you didn't go and grab a membership yourself, but thanks for letting me know, because I had no idea that existed. And I have 5 more that I can give out. It says, so if you still wanting to get a free membership, you know, you can. It might be tomorrow night. I might do it. However, I would say, you know, join the channel. That way you can become a you can become a member. The memberships are random. Oh, okay. I don't even know how it works. What do you mean? It just gives it out randomly to whoever's actually on the what is in the chat. Is that how come you know so much about this, Esme? You seem to know so much. You're like, yeah, I do this like more or less full time, and I'm like, I didn't know all this. So basically, when you give out those memberships, you can't just go and click on it. You've got to kind of like people just randomly get it. Okay, yes, in subscribers. So there could be subscribers that are not even watching the show. That's what you're saying. It could just be anybody. Oh, that's crazy, that. I don't know how that works then. So it's just random people who've just subscribed. That's crazy, that. Because I mean, good if it goes to someone who's actually wanted a membership, but it's right. Oh wow. I think that's good and bad. I think it should be a way, like it should be people watching the actual show that get it. I think if it's people that just kind of randomly don't watch any of the shows or don't anything, I mean, how they're going to get advantage by having a membership? It's like they got the membership, but they can't if they don't access all the videos and extra stuff. That's a shame, isn't it? Because I know there's people out there that would like that. That's a shame. More of interaction is better. Yeah. Well, hopefully those people that I've given out membership tonight will actually make use of it, because you know, I know there's people on this channel that I think would want the membership, but maybe can't or don't like to don't like to, what is it? They don't like the some people don't like to put their bank details or whatever it is on the computer. So I know there's that. I've had people say that to me before. Like they say, oh, I don't like putting bank information or something. Mine's running out tonight. So it's tonight it runs out. Well, tonight 10 members will run out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm hoping that some of them will stay on as members. I really do. But the reality is that I think because they were gifted, they might not. That's just how I feel. Yeah, it's a shame that. It's a shame. I mean, because I know, Esme, I know you've used your membership really well this month. And so, you know, I'm hoping that you'd like to continue being a member. You know, we'll figure out. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you ask me, does the membership grow all the time? It is growing. I get a lot of people that kind of join. Sometimes they come in the live show, and sometimes they never come in the live show, but they message me and talk with me. So I know they're about. It's just, I guess, you know, coming to the live show, you need to be able to make the live show, which some people aren't able to make the live show. And then some of the people, they just want to support the channel regardless, you know. I guess my membership for £1 to be a channel member, you know, other people that offer that on their channel, they don't really offer much in return. They just say, oh, that's just a supporter. You know, they don't actually do a video for them or anything like that. They just say, oh, yeah, just a £1 support. And then they go like up to the higher amounts and say, oh, this is where I do videos, and this is where I use your name on the video or something like that. For me, right from the beginning, it was always, if you help me in any way in supporting the channel, I will definitely do something back in return. And I think the Sunday show just works perfectly for me. Being a channel supporter, every Sunday we have a show, and I think it means a lot to me because I know everybody in there is a channel supporter. How much is membership? £1. £1. You can join on any of the channel support videos. I've got the link in the chat. Yeah, it's just £1, Sophie, and you get a month's membership with that. You know, I gotta say, I put it at the beginning of every video. I mention it a lot. But yeah, I put it in the chat now. 1 minute. I put the link in the chat just in case. I know some people miss this, but yeah, it's just £1. You become a channel member, you support the channel, and you get a Sunday show every Sunday, a private show for only channel members. But it's in the chat now. Yeah. I think like some of you have already said, like, yeah. Yeah, Esme said £1. That's why I love your channel, Rachel. Thank you. Yeah, no, you're welcome. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's, I know at the end of the day, it's optional for everybody. Look, I'm just going to say it's optional for everybody. But yeah, just £1 and you support the channel and you make it so we can just keep making these videos. But yeah, you can click on any, it says join on the channel. There's all these options. And then there is another membership, which is the community membership. But the community membership is the YouTube Watch on Saturday night and movie club on a Friday night. Anyway, yeah. So tomorrow I'm probably going to do a live show for the first hour for everybody who non-members and channel supporters. And then after that, I'm going to do the movie club, which I think is going to be the Crying Game. That's what my plan is. But like I said, I need to have that video up and running ready for tomorrow so you can watch it with me. So hopefully I can get it ready and we can watch that. So it'll be quite a long video. But, you know, it's Friday night. I think we can have a bit of fun. And anyway, even if you miss it and you're a community member, you can watch it after. It will be always on the channel. Anyway, yeah, so I'd been to talk about it tonight. So yeah, have a think about that, everybody. If you're watching this, you know, if you want to join one of the memberships, please consider it. So I think that's it for tonight. But I'll thank everybody who's been here. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm going to be back probably around 8 p.m, something like that. And it's going to be a long show. If you're a community member, you'll need to be a community member to get the full show. So it's going to be a long show. So I hope you'll join us tomorrow night. And yeah. And like I said, I think we talked enough about membership tonight. But if you want to become a member, please consider that. Okay, then. So I'll call it a night tonight. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow. I hope you're all okay. And if you want to chat with me, go to the Discord. I might be back. I'll probably be on Discord later on tonight and only pop in there later after the show. I need to get some food first, but I'm going to eat some food and then I'll, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm probably going to get something to eat and then I'll probably be in Discord later on. So, yeah, please join us in Discord. Please join Discord. Okay, then. I'll see you later on. Good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.